What a day, what a day, what a day. Okay. Okay. All right, my here. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Yes, sir. How's everyone doing tonight? Don't ask me why I'm live. Just feeling the vibe. Normally I do a weed review or some kind of review, the re-review with bro, but tonight, just getting in my own zone. Had a lot of people recently hit me up. I don't know why all of a sudden recently I've been so popular, I guess. But I've noticed, I guess I do know why. I noticed that a lot of people today's focus has been money. The lack of it or the need for it or just generally focusing on it. Yeah. Spent a lot of time focusing on it myself. I focus on it a lot. What I'm starting to notice is that people's morals is being based off of the money. It's getting a little aggravating that people call me consistently about money. Won't call me about nothing else. Won't call me for any other reason except when they need something. It's starting to get to the point where I'm starting to view people in a manner where I really don't want to be bothered with people at all. The morality is just not there anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind people hitting me up. You know, I actually enjoy being, communicated with. Why does it seem to always be about some money? Whether they need some money, whether they want to borrow some money, whether they have some dumbass idea that they think I can help them with. I don't get the calls that, hey, I'm doing this, why don't you join me? Or, I want to build something, why don't we work together on something? I spent a lot of years working with people, helping people in different industries, from music, entertainment, personal. There's a lot of people that I've looked out for that I probably never acknowledge it or look, or even, which, not to say that I'm looking for the acknowledgement, but at the end of the day, Jesus Christ, when will people just get to a point where they value things more than themselves? I mean, like, I'm just rambling, so don't really care who's listening, don't really care who's on. This is just me going in on my own personal tangent. It's no loss when there's no value. It's all the people that don't fuck with me, don't mess with me, don't communicate. Thank you. Please continue to do so. Keep the same energy. Don't think of me when it's time that you're in need or want for something. Don't bother. The same people you spend the time with, the same people you spend your energy on every day. When you're not calling me, call them. Those are the people that you pick up the phone with and say, yo, boom, I need your help. Because those are the people most likely to understand your plight. Not that I got any malice or ill intent. I wouldn't want to help. It's just that I don't know what your game plan is. I don't know where you're coming from with it because I haven't spoken to you. So whether your family, friends, females, whatever, Communication is the key. I get so many people that hit me up and be like, I think Izzy got it. I think Izzy, I could call it Izzy. And I honestly, genuinely appreciate that energy when it's coming from people that I can do the same to. If I don't hear from you and I don't speak to you and we don't have that kind of communication, then the comfortability that you feel being able to call me to borrow something or ask for something or even ask for me to give you advice or anything like that becomes a little disrespectful when you have no intention of giving anything in return. And it's becoming a point where this is just the MO of people, to avoid giving while they take. So, yeah, I had that on my mind to give today. Also, I've noticed something, man, that I didn't really notice. A lot of people don't know me too well, but I don't really get online and talk too much. I talk when I feel like there's something to say, but in general, I don't really just get online and just talk a bunch of shit. But it's getting to the point now where I feel like if you don't say something, you're just part of the problem. And this new shit is just getting crazy. Whether it's people in general are just getting so bold and disrespectful in all manners of life. I've never met so many disrespectful people. You can't trust people anymore to be genuine. One of the biggest things that I noticed is that people tend to think everyone is messed up. That's just like the new thing now. Everybody's just messed up. So it's like it gives everybody a reason to be messed up. It's like at the end of the day, your character is your character, man. Who you are is who you are. I know I might be an asshole to a lot of people because I stick to who I am as a character. It doesn't change. I mean, I learn, I grow, but my core beliefs and the character traits that I hold dear to, I'm not changing it. I'm not matching your energy. I'm sticking to my energy, and I'm a creator of energy. I'm not gonna match your energy. Your energy is your energy. If you want some dirtbag stuff, just be the dirtbag you are. I'm not gonna become a dirtbag because you're a dirtbag. That just means I was a dirtbag from the beginning. And all this, it's just so much that I've noticed, man. I don't want to just be talking people to death, but at the end of the day, who's gonna say something if nobody says anything? They have a saying that I heard a long time ago. It says, "Evil wins when good does nothing," or something to that effect. So if we believe that we are good people and we want to strive for better in the world and the world to be a better place, wouldn't it make sense for us independently to be better people rather than worrying all about what other people are doing? And if this person is doing it, then it makes it okay. Yeah. I had to go into myself recently and really look at myself and start determining my own value and worth and being honest with myself as to how I've wasted my own time and devalued myself with people that don't deserve my energy, whether it be male, female, family, friend. How do you know? And everybody can say that, you deserve my energy. What makes you valuable? What makes you a valuable commodity in the world? The reality of it is your outcomes in life is what determines your value, man. Everybody thinks they the shit, like my song says, everybody want to be the shit. But at the end of the day, are you really truly valuable to others is the question. A lot of people envy my relationship with my brother. Those that know me and my brother are really tight. And we talk all the time about, we have arguments, fights about different shit all the time, but we talk all the time also. And one of the main things we discuss and talk about is how thankful we are to have one another because, a lot of people see my brother and me, and we're always on the same vibe. And you would assume that, some people think we're twins, some people think, a lot of different shit. Oh, you guys twins? We get that a lot. That's twin energy. But overall, the reason why we're able to work with each other is because we have the ability to look at ourselves and question our own bull. And if my brother's telling me something about myself, sometimes I might get aggravated. I might not even agree. I might, no, that's not me. That's not. But because I trust my brother, I'm able to look at him and say, you know what? If he told me that, what would be his reason for, telling me that? And why would he say that? I don't believe that my brother has ill intent toward me. I don't believe that my brother, would willingly say or do anything to harm me. So if he's telling me something that he noticed, even if I feel it's totally without merit, I'm going to check myself just to see, just because the person that I care about, it affects them. Somebody told me something a while ago. He said, and it struck me because I'm one of them type of people that's really a stickler for knowledge, information, and just everything got to be, I'm too literal sometimes. Everything got to be so literal and so perfectly worded and everything, to the point where people get annoyed with me a lot with that, because I like to communicate with clear words and everybody, having an understanding of each other. But for the most part, I think the problem is that I don't really take people's word for anything. I like to have some evidence to back those things. And that causes a lot of people to get frustrated and angry with me. As well as other things about my personal character that I try to work on little by little. If I feel it's something that's jeopardous to my, productive lifestyle or my life in general, if it's not helping me, change it. What's up, Lee? What's good, brother, man? I'm not doing a review today. I'm just on here vibing, man. To be honest, I get a lot of calls on a regular basis, people asking me for advice. To a lot of people, I'm considered to be a smart guy, I guess. I don't really consider myself to be that different than most, but I do understand that I have done some research, and I'm not the dumbest guy in the world. So I plan on answering some questions and trying to give some insight to people that ask when they call. I'm going to try to be on more social media wise and try to give some insight to especially the young men of our new generation, because no one's talking to us. No one's letting us know anything. And the people that are seem to be so angry. There are so many angry black people, like, oh, good gravy. And I think that's because they don't know who they are, and they're just angry at the world for not really giving them a chance, which is understandable. But, at some point we got to make a change. And as an older gentleman, or somebody that's an older guy in my late 40s and getting up there, I'm starting to see changes. I'm starting to understand life a different way, and I'm starting to see things a different way. And I think it's important for us as men to pass down that information that we see as we grow. It hadn't been done for me by men most of the time, and the people that did do it, it was few and far between. But I did have some very strong, powerful male role models that I was able to follow, and I don't really believe that this new generation really has too many powerful male role models, especially in the minority communities, especially in African American communities, if that's what you want to call them. Again, I'm just giving some thoughts, speaking my thoughts and letting it be out there, because I normally don't. One of the big things that people tell me all the time, now if somebody want to call it, people are used to me turning up when I talk, so if y'all want to call it and turn me up, that's up to you. But right now I'm just getting some things out that I think need to be said. One of the major things that I think need to be said, family. I have a very big family, and yet I have a very small family. What's up, Mufasa, brother, man? Just vibing out, man. But yeah, I have a very huge family, but I also, in turn, have a very small family, because when you have a large family like that, there's a lot of cliquism. A lot of different people link up with each other, to each other. Some people choose to communicate with those that are more comfortable with them, which is understandable. But that also leaves a lot of room for people to feel left out, segregated in the family, things of that nature, which I've noticed since I've been around my family, that there's a lot of segregation and a lot of hurt feelings and clickism. And I'm sure that's in a lot of different families, but when you have a family with hundreds of children, or at least over 100 children, it tends to get, and extras on top of that, it tends to get, the lines tend to get blurred. So I say that to say, although most and some of our family don't get along or have a hard time dealing with each other and communicating with each other, the love is there. And eventually, those that do have the ability to get together, I'm thankful that they are able to do that, even if I'm unincluded in that, based on the fact that the key is unity, majority. And if they present the majority or represent the majority and they're able to work together, I take it the same way as me and my brother are able to work together. People in agreement make things happen. This world is about agreement. And I believe that most people should get back to more agreement and not so much individuality, separatism. I'm really not with all of that, and that's why I stay to myself. That's why I don't really deal with too many people, because it seems like everybody's on this "it's all about me" trip, self this and self healing and selfish. And I'm just not a selfish individual. I don't really feel like that's the way that life should work. I don't really feel like people should work like that. And this whole society and everybody breaking things down by color, breaking things down by nationality. I mean, by your look or your imagery, or whether you're big, or sexuality, or all of these things are just ways to divide us and make it impossible for us to reach our peak as people and really profit or benefit one another. So, all that's just to say, keep it. I'm done. I am uninterested in playing the games. Everyone that feels they know me and know me in a positive way, let's build, let's create. All those that feel they know me or don't want to know me in a negative way, please just stay away and keep the same energy. Don't miss me with the what's goods and the how you doings and the haze after months and months of not fucking with me, years and years of not dealing. If you want to rekindle, let's rekindle. But if your intent is to come with usury, if your intent is to come with oh, it looks like you got a little something, let me see if I can get something. It's just not my energy, man. I'm always open for trade, and I've come in, with my arms open, with no need. I come from a long line of hood niggas and people that just didn't have a lick of a chance. So all of this is a blessing to me. Everything that I have, I'm thankful for, including my brother, including everything that I own, including all that I have, I'm thankful for. And I believe that the my positive energy and the things that I believe, and the fact that I stick to what I believe is right, will always lead me to something beneficial. So those that look and go, F this dude, or he ain't really this, or he's not that, or those that I'm inspiring or motivating, that's what's up. And those that I can't inspire or motivate, those that feel like, that they know more or can do better, please show me your outcomes so that I can follow suit, because I'm always willing to learn. So I don't pretend to know everything, but it's sad when you see so many people have so little and you can't tell them how to get nothing, even if you have the ability or the knowledge that they say they, want to acquire. So many people want the benefits without doing any of the labor. Everybody want a baby, nobody wants the labor pains, you know what I mean? So, yep, I'm just chilling here, smoking. I'm going to be listening to some music, vibing out. Might create a song or something. I don't know. I was listening to some music. I want you guys to tell me what you think. If you guys are feeling it. inspiration from fellow artists like yourself. Yeah, it's a track. I got a couple of other tracks. You gotta tell me what you like. Maybe you can help me write something to it. You know I'm talking to you, Jocks, right? Joxy. I don't know how to say your name. I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it's Joxia. Yeah, man, check her out, man. Her music is dope, too. If you see her on my timeline, check her out. Joxia's music is awesome. But yeah, that's one track I'm working with. I got another slow joint I really want to work with. Yeah, anytime, man. I be in here just jamming. Half the time I be getting writer's block. You know what? It ain't that. I'm a Libra. I just be overthinking. That's really what it be. I'll write something and be like, nah, that sucks next. That sucks next. That sucks next. I keep doing that shit until it just flow all the way out like a whole song by itself. And then I'll finish the song and be like, okay, I like that. And then I throw it away the next day like, nah, next. But a lot of times what it is, too, is, you know, getting other artists. Oh, yeah, no doubt. You know, I know how that be. Gotta get it together. But yeah, the other artists that you, that really inspire you sometimes. That's why if you notice, I got all the artists all over the wall. I always keep artists, all the different musicians around me to inspire me. So I like having other, you know, artistic people around me to inspire me to rock out. Well, what y'all think of this Be Here? This is another joint. This is the one I want to work on right now. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Those are a lot of different powerful artists. You got a lot of different vibes going there. I can feel those. I feel like this is when you really gotta get some lyrics that have some meaning to it. Oh, jokes. You gotta hit me up too. I hadn't had a chance to talk to you. Manager, but yeah, when he gets back in town, I wanted both of you guys to be a part of a movie I'm putting together. I got a script that I'm writing. Yeah, man. Maybe you help me write this joint right here. What does it make you think of, huh? What comes to mind? What words come to mind? Yeah, that was annoying. But yeah, anybody watching too, yeah, I decided I'm gonna be shooting a movie executive producing a movie, film, and starring in it, whatever. Anybody who wants to be a part of the movie, holla at your boy. I'm definitely going to be promoting and pushing it on major platforms and putting a budget behind it. So this is a project that I'm going to be doing on my own and pushing, making it happen. And it's going to be somewhat of a musical with all my songs in it and everything. So, hey, I'm looking at you as probably one of the main stars. So holla at me, girl. We're going to make it happen. And Mully, I want him in it as well. I need y'all to really, turn up. Let's make it happen. So, Mully Man, hit me up. Got some more tracks for you, of course. But yeah, the next one I was working on, it's another joint I'm working on right here. Y'all like that? Yeah. What y'all think? That was a beat? You know I don't. I don't need nothing, man. This is bad enough. I've been really talking about quitting weed. You like that one, Jocks? I got some beats that I be looking at. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a few producers that send me some stuff, and then I be going online and just downloading shit and just paying for the shit, because I don't like going through all that hassle of not worrying about the rights and shit and other people having to beat 1,000 niggas with my track. So when I want something, I contact the producer and oh yeah. He said you had to stop yourself. Word? Damn. I ain't mad at you. That's the vibes. I've been smoking a long motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I know, and a lot of people don't want to admit it, those that smoke, but there's no good in smoking. Now the weed, there's positive things you can get from marijuana, but anything that you inhale in your lungs with smoke is damaging your lungs. That's common sense to a fucking duck. Anybody that tries to make any kind of fucking excuses about that is just full of it. But, it's a guilty pleasure. It's something that I choose to do as my own guilty pleasure. Everybody has their vices, and this is the most controlled vice that doesn't change my mental frame. This is why I choose that. Not because it's any better than any other. It's just, I don't like to be out of my mind. It's just me personally. I like to keep I love my mind. I love that, the way I think, and I believe that time is the one thing we can't get back. And I don't want to lose moments, days, time, which is why I stopped drinking a long time ago. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I already know it. I'm proud of you for quitting that drinking too, girlie. Yeah, man. All the stuff I know how you used to be, crazy Caroline. Now you are, a real adulting out here, huh? That's my homegirl Caroline from Brooklyn, man. Way back. We go way back. I remember her growing up, man. Her and her brother. But yeah, man. I got another one. This one I kind of like. It's interesting. It's an interesting track. So check this track out, right? Tell me what y'all think of this one here. Ooh. Oh yeah. It gets deep. So yeah, that's another joint. So, like I said, I'm just vibing. And a lot of times I come in here, I got hundreds of beats that I run through. I don't always make tracks, I don't always make songs, but I do have he says, I still remember your track to come into my life. What track are you talking about? You probably remember something I don't even remember, girl. You know how old I am, man. I'm old. Don't even do me like that, girl. I don't remember what the hell I did 15 years ago. I was laying stuff down just because I was trying. And I was rapping back then, so I don't know whether I was rapping, singing. I don't know what I was doing back then. I was trying to do everything. Reggae, rap, sing, everything. I got so much love to show you. Is that one of my lyrics or something? I got so much love to show you. I don't remember that song. Yeah. What's up, peoples? So yeah, man. I had an interesting thing happen to me today too, and any females that can help me with that, this scenario that I've been running into. It's been real hectic with, like, I'm single, so I'll be dating sometimes. Well, I'll be trying to date, but nowadays you can barely date because people are not even worth, a lot of people is not even worth a date. And that's sad to say, but it is, it's true. But, for some people. But yeah, so I ran into a problem, and I was thinking maybe females might know the answer to this. What is the general idea of a male? Okay, how do I put this? What would be the general idea that most women have besides? Oh no, I guess what I'm asking is what are most women taught from young that a man's purpose is when he's not in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I wanted to ask. And I had a bunch of questions I wanted to ask, but there's not really many people I get to talk to that have the mind that most people is on some real funny shit today. Crazy. But look, another beat. Track that I had that I'm thinking about writing to. Did I let y'all hear this one already? Yeah, y'all heard that one. Needing so much from you. Wow, that was very insightful. You said, I think a man needs to focus on himself in general, be a servant to others in need. A man that can help in leading without needing so much from you. Okay, now that was deep. Okay, and Caroline says, it doesn't even matter what I was told because that shit was all fucked up. What I've learned is that young women think that men should be getting themselves ready for them. That's a good one. Both of them are very good answers. Thank you, first off. Thank you for listening, and thank you for giving that comment. Well, I want to address Jocks first because you're deep with it. You're deep with it. He said, I think a man needs to focus on himself in general, be a servant to others in need. Those two qualities, I agree 100%. That's what I was taught. I wanted to know if I was off, because today's a lot of today's women make you feel as though being on point is almost boring and not attractive, whereas being ignorant, goddamn finna, you know what I'm saying, not being able to talk correct and just doing all the ignorant shit, not just the conversation of being Southern, but just the conversation of not having the intellect, men that say music instead of music when they know how to been to college, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like, certain things are shown to you, the ignorances are shown to you as attractive in most cases. And even though what we consider to be the conscious community, they also in turn push almost a persona of blackism, which would be considered in some forums to be ghetto. And that in itself sometimes distorts how we as men, if you can't show up for yourself, you can't show up for them. Facts. And that in itself causes us as men to fall off sometimes and get distracted by women. I do believe, as Jock said, and both of you said, that to focus on himself and to be a servant to others. I generally feel that a man's purpose all around is to build, to create, to be creative, to give back to mankind, to give back to humanity, so that we can continue to grow as humankind. And I believe that women are the intellect for that gives men a sixth sense, a third, an extra piece that allows them to have purpose. Because without women, men's purpose would be pointless. We'd have no reason to be without women, which create children, which create the next generation, and so on and so on. So I agree definitely with Jock saying that they need to be servants, or we as men need to be servants. A man that can help in leading without needing so much from you. Now that's what I wanted to kind of dive into, Jock. You said without needing so much from you. You meaning women, correct? Like without needing any, so much from a woman or from women in general. Am I correct with that statement? Is that what you meant? Yes, men don't build, they break down, burn, and it's sad. Well, I think first, I think first we need to separate. And this is a big problem that I think that we have in general today, where we don't understand man versus male versus boy. So you have boys that are immature, and that goes all the way up to the grave. Some men will never reach the maturity to be a man. They will always be boys, and they will act as boys, and they will live as boys for the rest of their lives. They may never reach that maturity, even if they reach the age of maturity and beyond. Then you have males, which are just governed by their instinctual nature, aggression, fornication or procreation, really. There's men that's just by their carnal nature. I'm a man and it must be man. And then you have those that I would consider to be males. And then you have men, which incorporated all those aspects and developed themselves to become the most productive and beneficial of the male and boys. And those are men. So when we speak on men, they don't carry certain characteristics that fall under those things, in my opinion, that lead to that lead to breaking down, burning, and such. Those are the males and the boys that do that. And I believe that many women today were raised by most of us, not just women today, just most of us today, especially in our communities, were raised by single mothers who didn't have the ability to teach men how to be men. They only taught them how not to be what they saw the flaws in. So it's like, don't be like this and don't be like that and don't do this, but not much of what you should do. Even today, I saw a video that came on my Instagram where the lady, I think you guys might have saw it too, where this lady was talking to do with whatever that is. A male's purpose has nothing to do with women at all. A male's purpose is not to protect and to provide. That would be sometimes a requirement in a family, determining on the culture and the scenario that those two people chose to live by. Okay, I agree with you. She said God made men first for a reason. I believe men were placed here, made whatever first. I don't necessarily know if men were made first or women were made first, because scientifically some people have discovered, they would say that the X chromosome is the perfect chromosome, the Y being the degraded chromosome. All of that theory as well. Which brings us to a point where you could say, really that some people believe women came first, and that men were, that women at one point were asexual, and then men at some point came after some degradation or some deterioration of the feminine species. So some people just believe that as well, which is a logical theory as well. And I don't try to debunk any theories because it's irrelevant to me. It's really just about what moves us forward as a people. And right now there's men and there's women, so it's really just irrelevant. But why I said that is because you said God made men first for a reason. I can't say that that's an accurate assessment, but what I can say is from what we see now, how we work together as a species, as a people, as humanity, there are physical attributes that allow men to do things better or more, not better, let me rephrase that, more they're just more better equipped to do certain things, and females are better equipped to do certain things, which is why they take on certain roles stereotypically. And that's why I don't subscribe to those roles necessarily, but I do subscribe to doing what's best for the majority for the most part. So that means in certain aspects we can go into the details, but for the most part, if it's helpful to the majority, we need to focus on what's better for the majority, not the individuals all the time. And all of this individuality is destroying the care that we have for each other. No one cares about each other when it's all about self-healing and self, you know. So that's where I so getting back to the male, right? What I believe is the fault or the matter here is the fact that men in general don't pass down information as men. Men have to pass down information as men. Women have to pass down information as women. Instead of us passing down or attacking each other from opposite sides, like women need to be like this, or these niggas ain't shit. Men need to be like this. You get what I'm saying? So he said I went with what I learned along with the way. And I was just going with what I know. I grew up fast, but became a woman in jail around women when I was forced to be with myself. Men are not appreciated enough. But I appreciate that. And I'm sad to hear that. I know you went through a lot, girl, but I think everybody learned what they learned from whoever they gave the most to, like whoever gave the most to them. And we try to pick up those traits on the people that we think care about us, whether it's the hood nigga in the corner, he cared about us when my daddy wasn't there, or whether it was my mama who, you know what I'm saying, was the only one there, my daddy didn't give a shit, so fuck that nigga, you know what I'm saying. We tend to, a lot of times, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize about love itself. Love is a selfish desire. It has really nothing to do with anybody else. People tend to make it into some good thing, but love is not good or bad. It is what it is. It's only it depends on how it's used, determines on what it can become. So love reciprocated, when people share it, and it now becomes a trade. There's something that's given on both parts, that becomes a positive. But when love is one-sided, it actually becomes annoying. It could become dangerous. It could become a lot of things. So what we need to understand, or what we try to understand, or what I've gathered in my little years here, is that people in general, everything is really about agreement. And what we have we've been programmed to think now is that we have to think on our own, and that we have to have our own independent thoughts. And although independent thought is good for creativity, it's not necessarily good for building. We are meant to be here to experience love and build as a whole human race. Absolutely. And this is what has been disturbed. The regions that we come from determined a lot of the separation. So as we began to migrate and switch, because if everybody comes from Africa, because there's some theories that white people come from another genome and all this type of stuff, but I generally just don't go with that. I'm sorry, I just don't. I feel like logically speaking, with just knowledge and common sense, what I've learned in reproduction is usually things of different species can't reproduce after the first cycle of reproduction. So meaning, like, if you get a tiger and you mix it with a lion, you get a liger, but then they can't reproduce. They can't make another liger. Two ligers can't make a liger because they become sterile. So that's what I've known up until now, what I've researched. Now, anybody that knows more, please enlighten me. I'm always open for more knowledge. But from what I've known about interspecies, relations, is they usually two different species. A dog can't really mix with a cat, stuff like that. It doesn't they don't reproduce. It just doesn't work. You get what I'm saying? You can't put a pig and make it hump a cow and get a pal, it just don't work. You get what I'm saying? So from that, I've recognized that all of us has to act. If we're able to reproduce amongst one another, then we had to come from somewhat of the same source, in my opinion. So that's just the logic that I base it on. And with that being said, I don't really look at race the same way as other people. I think it's more regional. I believe that race in general is regional, that it's based in the effect or the thought process that we migrated, and as we began to migrate to different places, our skin tone changed according to the climates, our eyes changed according to the climates, the pigmentation changed according to diseases, as well as climate changes, as well as other things that came in nature over time. All things happen, degradation happens over time. And I believe that melanin degradation is what caused the different colors over, the different types of people in the world. And then climate and regional shifts and the height and stuff would have to do with the pull, what's it called, gravitational pull on different parts of the planet could cause someone to grow taller and someone to grow shorter. So all of these things, as we moved around the world and the world shifted and changed, affected us as humanity, changing into these different things. And then our lack of acceptance for one another caused us to argue, fight, and war. But people, period, go into shit just not knowing what the fuck they are doing and look to blame anything but their own ignorance. You hit the nail on the head, sis. I honestly believe that the majority of the world is in fear. And we create everything through fear. And I heard a lot of feelings with this, even our understanding of God. Not the creation of the creators, but I definitely feel like most people hide behind that. Now, getting back to what I was talking about men, I definitely feel like you guys are 100% hit the nail on the head, that most people were taught that men's purpose is to be a lot of women today. I feel like they taught men's purpose is for them, like to be a provider and to raise a family and to do all these type of things. I believe in the long term that men's purpose can be about family. They can choose to make that, but I don't believe that any individual's purpose is for the other. I don't believe that women are made specifically and can only have a purpose in men, and I don't believe the vice versa. What I believe is that some things are most helpful in its natural form. And the same as I say about weed. Me smoking this weed, it might feel good and give me certain good medicinal qualities and stuff like that. But in its original form, like a tea, or in its original form, like even if I burned it and inhaled it in a different way, rather than like a steam or something like that, like the Indians used to do or something. These things are a lot more healthy and can produce some of the same effects without the negative side effects. And I feel the same thing about us. I feel like the things that we've accumulated over time in culture has caused a lot of negative. The video slows down a little bit at time, and it gives you this deep voice, so it sounds like you're going high, low, high, low. It's funny. It's nothing to worry. Nah, that's probably my voice. I'm a weirdo. But nah, thanks for that. Just about how it is if man's purpose is to serve them, when their purpose to be an object of obsession, an object of sex. Well, I think that's more cultural. When you're dealing with the types of cultures that we have been assimilated into as different peoples. I don't like to say as a people, because I don't believe black people are a people. I think that's ignorance too. I think we're multiple different peoples, just like everybody else on the planet. And I think most people keep us in that ignorant state. Our other brothers or cousins or whoever they are in our relation choose to keep us in ignorant state so that they can maintain the value of the things that they took from us. So when somebody takes something from you and builds a whole nation off of it, they can't remind you who you are, because you might go, hey, give me my damn Hey, that's my radio, and that's my. You start coming back for your shit. I ain't got amnesia no more. You just took my shit. Give me my shit. You start knowing the stuff that's valuable instead of going to the Gucci store and stealing from Gucci. You start going to the museums and getting your pyramid tops back and the little artifacts and shit. Like, wait a minute, that was something I used to use and promote some power, and I used to be able to do this with it and that with it. But we don't know that no more. So now we look for the stuff that we think is valuable, like the Versace and all that shit. So we go for the wrong things. Meanwhile, there are things that are more valuable. But anyway, getting back, the like I said, the girls, I feel, women, they have a totally different purpose. Their purpose is to nurture, to help, to be the thinker, to be the brain. I believe that, and for the lack of a better way to put it, men are the women are the brain and the men are the skull that protects that brain, because the brain is very fragile. So although the brain has so many different purposes, and this is why even on a chessboard the queen is so powerful, and yet it is not the focal point of the game. The reason why it's not the focal point of the game is because it's designed to do so many details that it's most helpful. It's really that kind of thing. So being that this one is like, if you make a robot and its purpose is to do something very specific, then you would make that robot do that thing, and that would be its design. But if you want to be able to add more functionality to the robot, you would upgrade that robot with more RAM, with more intelligence, with more things. And I think women are an upgrade to men. I think that men are designed to be functional for a specific purpose, which is to build and to mine and to gain the resources that's on the planet. I believe that we are all here to collect and utilize the resources that are on this planet for whatever reason, whether they be to trade for technologies from other places, or whether they be to just enhance us as humanity and get us to the next stage in our evolution. Whatever that case may be, it's required of us to keep functioning and keep growing, to keep living. And so if you buy a house and it's made of you can go back to the little pig story and say, if you get a house made of straw and it gets blown down, and then you're gonna have to learn to make a house made of sticks. And if this house of sticks get blown down, you're gonna have to learn to make a house of bricks. Otherwise, eventually, you ain't gonna have a stable place to live. So that goes along with protection and provision. But the problem that we have today, and why people are so bent on the money aspect of it, is because we've forgotten what protection and provision is, and we've turned it into the ability to buy that protection and provision from our our captors, those that took us. We buy our protection and provision from them, and they provide us with police to make sure that we're not breaking any laws, and they provide us with judges and all of that to instruct us to follow their ways and their tactics and the things that they believe. Whereas our history and our history and all of our ideologies and belief systems get lost. Even our connection to our creators or whatever it is that we believe gets lost in the source. Which brings me to another thing. So that's why I think that overall, as black men, or as men in general, not black or white, I hate doing that, which you'll hear me say a lot of. I'm branded with that thought process as well, so bear with me, y'all, but help me to try to change that, because I don't like saying that or doing that. But here, so long story short, our indoctrination is to have a thought process that men are here to, protect and provide, which is not accurate. Men are here to build, and protecting and providing is what they are in most cases able to do. They're better suited to do that in most cases. But if not, then it makes sense to readjust the family accordingly, and not to be ignorant enough to stick to one idealism for everyone. But not also, we can't start making 11-toed shoes just because there's people that are born with 11 toes. Just because there's one person with 11 toes don't mean we gotta have a whole factory full of 11-toed shoes and everybody gotta strive to have kids with 11 toes. And you're just throwing off the narrative and you're making things weird. word. And the reality of it is accepting the differences in things does not mean we have to embrace it as a normality. And that's a lot of the things that we get, and that brings us back to manhood. A lot of manhood is disturbed by that. A lot of manhood today is disturbed by that because we're not taught that manhood also is aggression. Part of being a man is being aggressive, and that aggressive state in nature does come with the testosterone that blood runs through our blood. The key is learning the discipline to control the aggressive nature. This is the things that we are not taught. We're taught that you gotta let it out, you gotta let all this emotion out and all of that. And men are not designed to handle emotion the same way that women are designed to handle emotion. So when we have all of these men getting so emotional, that's where you have all these feminine men, all these men that are turning, LGB or whatever. It becomes rampant because they're taught certain things that disturb their natural order. When you don't have a basis of understanding for certain things, and what they say, if you don't stand for nothing, you're liable to fall for anything. And that idealism is what's pushing us today. So when we have what we have today, what's up, peoples? When we have what we have today as far as men and what we call men or what we call women, we really have groups of people that were taught to be something that is not generally best beneficial for them. You get what I'm saying? So telling a man that he has to, learn to express his feelings is wonderful if that's where he's lacking. But every man is not lacking that. A lot of men today have been over-emotionalized to the point where they don't need to be expressing their feelings. They need the man to fuck up and stop being some bitch-ass niggas. Because this is a very feminized generation, not the generation per se, but time period in generation. He said they like it in bed, but not in regular life. I don't even know what you got. I don't know where you get that from, girlie. But yeah, like I said, like I said, for me, it's really just about becoming, finding value to the world. So as a man, what's up? Okay, no doubt. Good night, sis. But yeah, as a man, we are always pushed to have this experience of femininity, to understand the feminine experience. And it is important and imperative for us to have the balance of men being able to be men and be aggressive in some aspect without it being viewed as negative or as, what do they call it? Masculinity, toxic masculinity. So yeah, that's basically what I get from that. Oh, I did have a couple more tracks I'm gonna let y'all listen to, but I just been vibing and zoning with my peoples, and I appreciate y'all for giving me that insight. But yeah, sis, I agree with you 100%. And the only part that I think, like I said, I disagreed with was the fact that the men that I didn't think those were men when they put that pressure on women to be to make them a man in any way. The same way I don't think women can put any pressure on a man to be a woman in any way. I believe that we all need to learn that from the same sex. So a man can teach a man how to be a man, a woman can teach a woman how to be a woman, and us as men need to focus on men teaching men, and women need to focus on women teaching women, and we'd have more progress in learning what is most beneficial to the opposite. That way we learn, saying, like, oh, this is what I've learned from dealing with men, and this is what I've learned from dealing with women. And in turn, we'll be able to trade information that's more helpful to one another rather than everybody just bickering. So yeah, I'm not really in agreement with that. But one thing that I do notice about this new generation of men, but after being raised by single mothers for basically too many, you got it, sis, too many expectations. And not only too many expectations, very little understanding of what to expect. Because sometimes it's not really too many expectations, because you really can't have too many expectations what you want, in a way. But I understood what you were saying. But you can get what I'm saying. It's like you can't really have too many expectations as much as you can have a lack of reasonable expectations for your situation. You get what I mean? And that's what I think a lot of us suffer from. Lack of reasonable expectations for your situation. Like, so many people want more than they have the value to maintain. Gaining something and maintaining something is way two different things. So a lot of people, want what they call a good man or a good woman, but they haven't learned the emotional intelligence. They haven't healed enough. They haven't been through the healing from whatever traumas they've been through to allow them to even accept another kind of a new relationship or even a healthy relationship. So they automatically sabotage it as soon as it comes to play. Like, that's something, like, a lot of people ask me, you're a man that, owns your own home, owns your own, car, have your own dream car, whatever. I've gained a certain amount of, I do well for myself. So the fact that I'm able to do well for myself and I'm in a position, a lot of women always ask me when I'm dating, why aren't you married? And I say to myself, it's not out of choice. It's out of scarcity. Not because, there's no good women out there, because I don't believe that, just as I don't believe there are no good men. I believe that in this new age, we are bombarded with so many different energies that it's hard to decipher what energy works for you. And I believe that people tend to generally have imagery and imagery and energy that may not coincide. So a lot of times for me, the ones that are that would be the most attractive to you or to me might not always be the ones that are agreeable to my nature or agreeable to my energy, and then the ones that may be agreeable to certain energies may not be I may not look at it in an attractive manner. I may look at him as a friend or as a homie, and that's what a lot of people go through often, because you have to have a balance. And a lot of people is like, don't be so shallow. So you attempt to do that as well. And to be honest, if you're not being honest with yourself, you're just going to find yourself seeking something else. Well, if you bump into something if you know what your package is, that's why I was saying when you said that it would be too many expectations. I said, if you know what you expect, I don't care who you are. If you feel like you can get, if you got a penny and you feel like you can get $1 for it, if somebody's willing to pay $1 for the penny, then the penny is worth $1. It doesn't really matter if nobody else is willing to pay for it. If one person is willing to pay $1 for that penny, then the penny is worth $1. But if you can't find nobody that's willing to buy the penny for $1, at some point before you just keel over and die, you might want to accept, if you want to sell the penny, that you may have to drop your price. And that's just to gauge the value that it has to others. And that's really what it's about. So your outcomes really should show your potential. And for me, I've learned that my outcomes from the things that I've gained and the things that I've had the opportunity to, and the pleasure of dealing with different types of females and over my years. And I feel like I've had some very good relationships with some very decent people. And whether I was too young at the time, and now that I'm older, to be honest, the situation is so much different because I have the maturity now. But the world has changed so dramatically that people don't value things the same. And to be honest, I haven't really met many women that are in my age group that are healthy, fit, and of right mind. That are looking to be a part of a family. Most people say they are, but to be a wife is very difficult. I don't think that they are ready to, in most cases, not all. There's got to be some people there that are, but in most cases, what I've noticed is that people are into self. They have had this idealism of self. Even to the point where they call Sunday, they got a new thing for Sunday where they call it self-something day, self-healing day, or do something for self day. But they don't never have a day where they do for anyone else. There's no self-sacrifice day. Yeah, it's about sacrifice. Yeah, exactly. And I'm the type of person that I've been in multiple relationships where I was willing to give, and didn't receive. So after a while, not in the same likeness as I was willing to give. So after a while, what you do is you become hardened by that, and you now I'm just waiting, and now everybody, what happens is everybody starts to be the one waiting for someone else to give. So being the person that's a giver, I'm not willing to change that. I'm not willing to stop being a giver. And in a world full of takers, where very few givers still exist, when so many people are taking out of fear, it's more comfortable to let it flow the way it flows, and meet people and let them show me themselves. And most people, they trade goodness for a dollar. They would trade. They don't. In my experiences, which is sad. I wish I experienced different, and I hope to experience different. But up until now, in my experience, the women that are considered the women that accomplish the most are hardened by their accomplishments, by having to enter the work world. And the women that did not do that usually are losers. And that loser mentality is not really beneficial either. So they're users, or they're losers, or they're trying to get a man to pay for everything. And if I'm the type of man that would pay for everything, the first thing I got to do is make sure that that's not your focus. So knowing that, I got to be hardened, and I got to go, okay, well, it's like, if I know in the end, if I get tricked, if I get mentally subdued into thinking this person is for me, I'm going to give my life for this person, because I'm supposed to be the protector and provider. That means every day I go out with this person, I got to be willing to give my life for this person if something happens for this person. And I don't think a lot of women recognize how serious that is. It's good to start with yourself, but then after you know yourself, that's when you give. That I can't agree with. I think that it's good to always give. I believe that you should have a part of yourself should be giving. I believe that we are taught self-healing and but that's only because we have no community. So we can't trust anyone else to help or heal. And I think that's sad, and I don't think that's something we should continue to do at all. I don't think we should continue that. Well, you got to do for self. No, you don't. You got to get back with community so others can do for you and you can do for others. That's what we have to get back to. I disagree wholeheartedly what we have to do for self. I am 100% an advocate against self. I am 100% an advocate for a community. I'm 100% an advocate for family. I'm 100% an advocate for us learning to give our lives for a bigger cause than self. If you have nothing to die for, you ain't got nothing to live for, and you're really just worthless. So no, I feel that you should come on this planet with the thought of trying to give back, with the purpose in mind of giving back. In this world, it's hard to get from others, but you shouldn't need to get from others. I don't get from others. I honestly, really, those that are going to give like you. If you that type of person, you're going to bump into other people like that, and they're going to give. But with us, we've been trained to fear, and that fear doesn't really exist. Listen, I can say from surety, and this is something that I testify to without testifying to God, Jesus, or nothing like that. I'm testifying to truth that I know is the energy that accepts in the world. I started this with zero to nothing, no name, no life, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? And I was able to accumulate everything in less than 5 years. The minute I understood something about life, which was that whatever I thought I could create. This is just real. Whatever you think is true for you. And the minute you engage all of this stuff that we are on with this selfishness, and I gotta have a small circle. How is your net worth? Your network, but you gotta have a small circle. This is stuff that they implanted in us so that we can't grow, so that we can't build anything. And the reality of it is I came here to die. Now what I die for is up to me. Now I gotta make it worth something. You get what I'm saying? So my children is worth dying for because they're my future. They let me live longer than my 99 years if I'm lucky. You get what I'm saying? And the fact that most women today don't even want children, or don't even, they think having a child, they literally put it out there like it's not the greatest gift in the world, like they're being burdened with something by men. Like men gave, instead of man giving them the greatest gift that could ever exist, another human being that entered the world that now has your DNA and that person's DNA that can continue your line on past your 99 years, we're looked at that because of our poverty and because of our lack. We look at that as a burden, but then use it on the same token as baby mamas. They use it as a weapon. So we know the value of it, and yet we don't value it. How many women today don't even want kids? I don't even want no kids. I ain't trying to have my body ruined. Your body ruined. That's the whole purpose of your body. You think your eggs come down every month so you can look cute? That's fucking crazy. And these ideas that we have, the fornication ideas, the fact that we just want to have fun, everybody just wants to have sex, everybody just wants to have enjoyment, and forget the reality of life is that we only have 99 years, and that time is the one thing we can't get back, and we're supposed to be trying to make that go on forever. You get what I'm saying? Us. You're supposed to make the things that matter continue. So as a people, humans, getting back to being willing to die for something bigger than yourself, including your wife, your children. If I choose a wife, I'm dying for that. That's why it was till death do us part. It wasn't just because if you get sick, I'ma stand there and deal with it. It wasn't just that. It's because this is a life contract. This is a life and death contract. This ain't about who I'm fucking, who I ain't fucking, who you screwed, who you didn't screw. That's why our grandparents was able to get together and live together for so many years, because they suffered through plights that was greater than their own egos. You get what I'm saying? We don't do that anymore. We are so self-involved that we really, no matter who we are, think we're valuable, even if we gave nothing back to anyone all through our lives. I'm still somebody and I'm valuable because I'm me. This is the attitude that we have. We do not, especially Americans, we don't even think that giving back to others would make us valuable. Listen, when people like DMX died and people cried all over the world and didn't even meet him, that tells you the value of a person, bruh. Like, this man you never met touched you. He touched me. He touched the world in certain ways. And there's so many people like that. That's what makes a celebrity in most cases. Except a lot of these new age celebrities, which today they still touching people, just not in the most productive way. I can't say positive or negative because that's somebody's viewpoint of it. But productivity, I don't think a bunch of slapping each other around and throwing water on each other's face or liquids in each other's face all day is very productive for people in general. But as you said, sacrifice is the key. And I don't think most people are looking to sacrifice anything anymore. They're not sacrificing nothing. It's about me. And I'm gonna say something that I know people ain't gonna like, but it's just facts, man. Even in this I call it the subconscious community, because I ain't heard nothing new in 20 years, to be honest. All this, everybody want to be paying this and paying that. All that means you going back and forth, paying. I ain't got no time for no paying nothing, first of all. Secondly, everybody want to talk about ancestors and ancestors, this ancestors, that, when a lot of people is just substituting God for ancestor and trying to make it seem like they actually are spiritual creatures when they really just denounced the belief system that had any rules so they could do whatever the hell they want and still call themselves righteous. So really, that's what's going on in this society now. So I don't really subscribe to a lot of people that call themselves spiritual anymore, because when I was growing up, spiritual mean you had certain prerequisite books you had to read. You know what I'm saying? We can name some of them. You know what I'm saying? Behold the Pale Horse, the ISIS Papers, How to Make a Slave by Willie Lynch, which was really a pamphlet but it took off and made waves in the conscious community. You know, these is things that we learn, but y'all could run off a bunch of them. Babylon and Timbuktu. There were books that we all read before we sat down in forums and started talking amongst each other, whether you was this guy or that guy, whether you was a Hebrew Israelite or a 5% or a Muslim, which was all, we knew the rules of that guy. So we would try to talk to them about their rules. It would look like we was beefing. And that's why a lot of times people take me as aggressive, because I come from the school of people that would really sit there and battle with knowledge without fighting, without beating each other's ass. We'll sit there and go back and forth with knowledge, trying to enlighten one another you know what I'm saying, on what we knew or what I was on. I'm learning this new thing where it's the Hebrew Israelites or the 5%ers, and I'm trying to put you on, brother. You feel what I'm saying? That was a positive vibe. That was an energy that we tried to do something. He said, I grew up caring and giving and being talked about a lot. It made me really lose trust in myself, and I became dependent of others' opinions. Yeah, that's a lot of us. It was hard for me, even though I still give, but yes, I love it. Man, give forever, bro. I gained everything I got. Everything that I have in my life, I gained from thinking I gotta give up everything. I thought I never would get nothing. So I said, to hell with it. I'm gonna just give it all up. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go to jail. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to give up my life. And what I decided was, if I'm gonna keep trading everything that I have, if I'm gonna go down south and help other people and help all these rappers and help everybody and nobody show no love, and I'm sitting back at my mama house like, damn, I ain't got nothing at 30-something years old, not a dollar to my name, and I brought a female with me, depending on me, looking at me like the provider and the protector, and I ain't have a dime to my name. I'm fucked up. This Hurricane Sandy done washed my last little car away that I just financed, and I owe finance fees, all backed up, old credit card, everything fucked up. I ain't got a job at first. I ain't got a dime at first. I ain't got no work. I ain't got nothing. And I'm just sitting there looking like, how did I get here when I helped so many people? I did so much for so many, and there was no one I could call. Nobody was even checking for me. And you know what I realized? That's when you find you. When you don't look to others. When you look in yourself and do with the intention of helping others. I started saying, fuck it, what you need, ma? What you need? What you need, brothers and sisters? What do y'all need? Since I have no value, I might as well give my value, my intelligence, whatever I do have, to people I care enough about to see them succeed. The minute I started doing that, blessings just started pouring on me. And they had nothing to do, I don't know, you can call it Jesus, you call it God, you call it whatever you want. I know my intent, my intentions created my blessings. My intentions. So now I'm always direct with my intentions. To me, that's the most important thing. What is your intentions in life? The intent behind something changes the deed itself. So if somebody murdered somebody but they didn't intend to do it, is it murder or was it an accident? But if somebody did it on purpose with the intent, it changes everything. Yeah, and I still am. To this day, I get my most joy when I'm able to sit here and communicate with people and give them the information that I have. I have so much information that the FBI don't even want me to talk. I'm going to tell you that straight up and down. They don't even want me to talk. They came to me, told me you better not talk. You feel me? They came to a few of my family, so we know. Some of us. Some of us is cap, but some of us know. You get what I'm saying? Because I studied this before my pops, before anybody. I studied on my own and learned and came seeking my father because his information sounded so similar to the stuff that I bumped into. So when I found certain stuff, I started putting those pieces together and I'm able to use them to elevate my life. And now that's how you could tell. All the other people cap, bro. Like at the end of the day, why people's be God serving be broke all the fucking time? That'd be cap, bro. At the end of the day, if you really about that, you should be blessed. And that blessing comes from your intent. Your intent. You ain't got to know nothing. You could be Muslim, Christian. I ain't saying nobody's shit is wrong. What I'm saying is, what is your intent behind it? Because that intent gonna carry you. I guarantee you that. That's why you see rich Muslims, you see poor Muslims, you see rich Christians and poor Christians and rich, because it don't, all that other stuff is just people's opinions about stuff. How you format or see that all energy. How you manifest that all energy. If you need to call it your ancestors, so that because it helps you to bring it through you, whatever you need to do, whatever allows you to make it feel right, to real to you, whatever makes it real. Once it starts feeling real and it's real to you in that brain of yours, that's when it manifests into reality, and then it becomes real to others. And then once you get a majority of people, it becomes fact. Once that fact becomes fact, it's undeniable, even if it ain't real. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got the majority, and you got the history behind it, and then your faith, not belief in it, faith in it, that makes it powerful. You get what I'm saying? Man, so yeah, man, for me that worked for me. And no matter, and not only that, I was able to show it to my brother, the same blueprint. Like, listen, bro, I tell you, do this and I guarantee you will be successful. And since then we ain't fell yet. And anybody can look mad, hating, oh fuck no, waiting. I see you waiting, I see you hating, but at the end of the day, I keep elevating. And that's not because I'm trying to elevate, it's because I was trying to elevate my brother and he was trying to elevate me. And I keep trying to elevate all my other family. I keep trying to give them opportunities. I keep trying to talk to them. Let's build, let's work, let's be family. And those that refuse to, their life is a testimony to their refusal. Their life, all the problems that they suffer. I'd be bored more than anything. Because there is no more trauma, there's no more stress, no more strain. It becomes effortless once you do in the right manner. So take it all the way back. Why am I single? Because it's not met right now. It's not met right now, and my blessing is gonna come to me. If I chase a blessing, and that goes back to our initial conversation. What's the purpose of a man? Not to chase no female, not to chase no money. You chase your purpose. Find purpose in the world. As a man, if you find purpose, you'll never feel without. You'll always be busy mentally, and you'll run into the things that is most valuable to you, finding your purpose. Yeah, man. And then a real woman is going to see the purpose you on and want to be a part of that purpose and want to help you meet that purpose. And that becomes your help meet. Now you got a wife. If she coming to you on some partner shit and we can do it together, boss, that shit ain't going nowhere, man. Jay-Z and Beyonce did not get together as two broke motherfuckers and build together. Them motherfuckers was rich already and they had focus, and Beyonce realized this man is a genius and I need him on my side. Check the stats and see if I'm bullshitting you, because before that, Rihanna was popping after he dissed her. After Jay-Z and Beyonce broke the fuck up, yeah, Beyonce was like, I don't want to have no baby by you. I'm still trying to keep my figure like all these women be doing. And then he said, all right, go ahead, do you. Yeah. All right, whatever. Then he started talking 30's the new 20, baby. I'm still high. I'm doing me. Got out there and started pushing Rihanna. Next thing you know, Rihanna taking off past even yeah. Check don't listen to the fake numbers. Check the history. See what really happened. Damn near 5 years, 7 years or so. I don't remember the amount of years. All of a sudden, Rihanna started passing her. Everybody talking about Rihanna. No more Beyonce. Then it was the 7-Eleven, and it was trying to come back and all that. After you got back with Jay-Z, he started trying to help you with your buzz again. Stop lying. You knew you needed that man. So let's keep it funky. And I'm getting off topic. I know y'all Beyonce haters gonna hate me for that one, but not that she ain't a genius and all that. She didn't need him to be who she was, but that just shows you the elevation that a black man and a black woman could do when they work together after they acknowledge each other's strength. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't about her being lesser than him being lesser than her, him needing him needing her. He knew he needed her to make him into who he was going to be. And he was like, yo, I'm telling you early, because he was a wise man. He knew from early. He told her when she was in her 20s and 10, yo, I want you. You gonna be a big star. You gonna be pa. But he also seen something in Rihanna too. Y'all gotta peep the scheme. He was like, this is another baddie right here. So when the one that he really wanted didn't choose him, he started helping out the one he did want. Probably what happened in the elevator, but I ain't going to give y'all too much juices, man. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm just keeping it funky. So now, if you really look at man and woman and how they really relate, a woman is best when she finds her protector. She can really be her feminine self. Yes, but her femininity should not come from having that protection, because that protection should have came from her father and then been passed to the next man to continue that protection. The fact that y'all lacked protection at any point is what's causing y'all to be so goddamn hard and masculine, and that's not attractive to any real man. Real men, masculine men already cover that position and they do not need your help. That's where it becomes an issue, because when you entertain any form of masculinity from a female, you entertain problems. And when you entertain any form of femininity, not nurturing and all of those things that are feminine energy. I'm talking about femininity. When you entertain that, you distort nature and you cause problems, because you distort the man's ability to be a threat. And that's very important for the children to see him as a threat. It's very important for others to see him as a threat, so that he is able to be the perfect protector. In order to be a protector, in order to be a bodyguard, you gotta be intimidating. Kevin Costner wouldn't have made no good ass bodyguard. Let's keep it funky. That nigga is too goddamn lil. Don't nobody want no lil ass white man protecting them from shit. Somebody would have hired a big old white man or a big old black dude. Ain't nobody hiring that little nigga. I'm just making fun. You know, you can't tell somebody what they can do. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, Exactly, sis. I'm glad you agree, because as a man, it's good to know that, y'all know this or see this, or that there's sisters out there that know these truths, because that's what I encounter. I encounter a lot of women that say they know these truths, but when it comes time to step in that position, they don't know how. And I'm sure they encounter a lot of men that when they finally get to some women get to their level where they're ready and they like, I'm mature, I've gotten to this, I've been protected and I know how to protect myself, and now I'm able to give myself to a man to protect me. When women get to that level, a lot of them are unable to find men with the wisdom and the intellect and the compassion, not femininity, but compassion. That is a feminine trait. That compassion. When they can't find that from a man, that's why they say can't find no good man. But a lot of times that's because we both are attacking each other from different angles, and we tend to find people that are feeding our addictions and feeding all those negative points, and that's why we call that toxic, which is now a new thing. So yeah, man, I really believe in that, and I believe that now. It's important for us to continue, like as you said, people made you feel bad about being that type of good person. Oh no, you can't let nobody, and you gonna get used and all that. Yeah, I mean, I just don't believe in both. I don't believe in faith and doubt. I don't believe in both. You get what I'm saying? So I have enough. When I had nothing, when there was no way, when there was no hope, and all I had was my faith. You get what I'm saying? My faith in goodness, my faith in what I knew my character was, what I knew that I knew it was the right way to be, even if nobody else was going to be that way. I knew staying real to my peoples. I knew being the type of person that has never done this or never done that, never cheated on a person or like. I knew being that kind of a person and being direct, honest, whether I was a polygamist or whether I was a monogamist, whatever I did, I always kept it 100. And being that type of a person allowed me to feel strong about my own character, which in return pushed away all the negative that would have come my way because of my insecurities of my own character. And it bred that insecurity that you have from knowing you do dirt, breeds the penalty that you feel you deserve. And you will incite it on yourself, and when it happens, you be like, that happened because I did this. It's just some random shit that happens in life, because shit just happens. Good happens, bad happens. But when it happens, you're going to attribute it to what you know you did. So stop doing shit. And you won't need these motherfuckers to talk for you to God. You won't need nobody to talk. Because if you read any scripture, anything, it's always going to say somebody was talking to this motherfucker because God came and said, hey, you could talk to me. And they was like, we too evil or we too dirty and we don't believe that we can step in front of you, my Lord, or whatever. And then that's why they introduced somebody to speak for them. But anybody ever said you needed nobody. Let's keep it funky. Now, if you show me that somewhere when God said you needed somebody to talk for you, hey, show me that, I'll eat your book. You know what I mean? That's something one of my old teachers used to say. You show me that and I'll eat your book. So, because it normally isn't there. In most cases, people chose people to speak for them. And that's out of their own weakness. So us as powerful people that are getting back to the source code, that are beginning to understand this, those that are learned people are starting to awaken and call themselves spiritual. Some of them are people who are actually learned people that studied some, really went deep and didn't just read The Secret and think they know some shit, but really got deep with it. Not just talking about and not just making everything Afro this and Afro that, because if you still saying Afro this and Afro that, you just as asleep as every fucking body else. If you still saying black people this and black people that, you're still asleep, because there's no black people on the planet, there's no white people on the planet. So everybody comes from some region on the planet, and white people come from Czechoslovakia, Poland, Russia. All of these are different people, and they're all different cultures that have totally different backgrounds and totally different belief systems with them. And so are we. And the fact that we don't think that way, the fact that we think we're all brothers and sisters because we have a similar complexion, is just slow and retarded. And it's the reason why we don't have shit, because we can't link to any resources that come with the land. So, that's just something that I teach, and I always push that, because that's something that I don't think many people are talking about. You hear a lot of people talking, whether it be this brother or that brother, talking about how we got to get back to our African, but as every time you use that word, you're putting yourself back in the category of a slave owner. Of a slave. You're somebody's property. What's up, people? So I don't believe in none of that. And I believe that in order to get back to the essence of who we are, it comes from self. Not selfish, but self starting to give. Be willing to sacrifice self. If you're not willing to sacrifice yourself for the belief that you say you about, then you ain't about nothing. And you shouldn't be trustworthy. Your words should mean nothing. If you ain't ready to die for that, then don't speak it. It's just real. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring it like it's my truth. Because that statement in itself, that's where I am right now, recreating my brand and bringing things together. Yeah, man, that's what you do. You recreate yourself internally. And I guarantee, I could show anybody that don't believe me. I will show you the freaking blueprint down from the rooter to the tutor, what to do, how to do. But will you be able to do it is the question, because I struggle every day trying to maintain the blueprint, but it works. And it brings you money, it brings you happiness, it brings you whatever it is that you're desiring is going to bring it to you, because it's your blueprint, it's your own. And it really starts with looking at yourself and self-check. That's the first thing I do. I self-check all the time. People think I'm arrogant, people think I'm a lot of things, but that's because I know me. And with certain things, I'm not going to be humble. But with other things, I'm humble to learn. I'm humbled by the greater than I. I'm not humbled by weaker. That's never how it should be. And those that feel weak usually tell you to humble up. And nah, you just feel weak. Well, I'm telling you, sis, if you at your crossroads, that's probably why you bumped into my ass, because everybody, I swear, I'm that guy when you reach your crossroads. But I'm going to tell you like this. Most people, when I say red pill, blue pill, 10 motherfuckers take the blue pill. They first say the red pill, like, oh yeah, I want that red pill. But they be like that guy in the movie, in the Matrix. If y'all seen the Matrix, if you ain't seen it, I know that's old as fuck for some of y'all, but it's still a classic. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. That guy, when he took that pill in the movie, and he seen how the real world was, and steak wasn't no steak no more. It was mushed up, nasty ass food, and they was wearing raggedy clothes, and there was no sunlight no more, and there was no. It just seemed miserable. He's like, damn, the Matrix seemed real to me. Give me give me that blue pill again, so I could go back up in that Matrix. You get what I'm saying? Because either way we dying, we living to die. So I might as well live in the Matrix. And that's what you got going on today. Everybody chasing the Matrix. Everybody want a bag. Everybody. But listen, man, please. Anybody that know me know I'm not capped with this. My life changed and I'm living very well. I chill. I do nothing most of the time. I do what I want when I want. And now I'm doing something I never thought I would be doing, which I believed I was going to be a musician. I'm a handyman. But anybody that knows me from when I was a kid knows I always like tinkering with things. I was always that guy to tinker with shit. I just fix some shit just cause it just annoyed me. I'm just one of those type of people that's a puzzle solver. I like solving puzzles. If I see something there, and I'm anal retentive as fuck. So if I see something right there, I got OCD. So if it's a picture is crooked or something, I just gotta fix it. So that's how I found my niche by I went for years being in the music entertainment industry, working with different labels, working with all kinds of celebrities, flying over, but it never gave me, it was a piece missing. I loved it because I love music and that was a part of what I love, but there was a piece missing and I never could get that piece and I never understood it and I could never become successful because I could never get that piece. And when I found that little niche, it came from me first giving up everything, being willing to die, really. I'd be honest, I was ready to commit suicide at certain points. It was I went through a lot. You know, having nothing, having no family, nobody that gave a shit about me at some points. I really felt like I had nothing. How did I find that peace? To be honest, the first step was I had to be honest with myself about everything that hurt me. That was the first thing. I had to be honest with myself about everything that hurt me. I had to be honest with myself about my own ignorance too. Like I was a big religious buff. Like I wanted to, because my father was who he was. You know, those that don't know Malachi York, go look him up if you don't know. You'll understand. It's a lot. So because he was who he was, and I wasn't really raised around him, my mom kind of separated from him when I was young, and then I went into foster care, and I was raised by Christians, which is I'm talking about Catholic Christians, which they was actually West Indians. And first I bounced around from place to place to place to place. then when I finally settled with them, they were West Indian. They took me to go to church and, you know, all of that, get your communion, all that kind of stuff. So I was very confused as a child and growing up about religion and whether I was going to go to heaven or hell, or whether it was, you know, in so many different places, for whether it was heaven or hell or Shiloh. I was going to the wrong place. I knew it was just wasn't. I knew if this person is telling me this is right and this person is telling me this is right, and they have nothing to do with each other, and they're both saying you can't listen to the other, one of them is going to get me killed and one of them is going to get me in problems. So I ignored everyone and I just started studying. I went into the Brooklyn Public Library every day for about 3 years, and I just researched everything I possibly could about religions, different world religions, where they came from, and I tried to get a basic understanding of them from their original language, stuff like that. That was my first lesson. That's what made me bump into different people like Dougie Fresh, who was a Hebrew Israelite at the time. I bumped into him being a Hebrew Israelite. Then when I moved on from that level of affirmation to, I started realizing certain things and bringing it to them, that became a problem. So I left that alone and did some other things and started doing more research into my bloodline, because I started realizing that from just by reading the Bible, reading all this, I started realizing that everybody, no matter who they were basing it on where they were from. So if you're looking at Moses, he's an Israelite. If you're looking at, and he fought against the Egyptians, and then, you know, if you look at these, so these are all different people, whether it's called the Hamites or the Jebusites or the Israelites, or these are all these ites are different peoples with different cultures from different areas that. And I started realizing, wait a minute, all these people's, their stories is based on where they're from and what they've encountered and how they saw things. So I got a broader spectrum. I'm sorry, hold on. And from getting that broader spectrum, I stopped having expectations of God. That was the first thing. I stopped looking at God and going, why aren't you saving me? And why aren't you helping me? I know I'm doing. And I know that sounds like people be like, you ain't never supposed to, you know. But come on, people. We do this because we want blessings. We do right because we want the favor of the creators and our gods. That we was taught that to be good people. We want to know that I'm a good person. I'm getting the favor. So for me, it was a question. I had to be honest with myself that I was mad at God. I felt like God betrayed me. I felt like my family betrayed me. I felt like my parents betrayed me. They didn't give me what I needed. They did. I'm out here just dying. I'm out here. I don't know what's gonna happen to me in the end. And even if I live a good life, what if I did it wrong and then I die and go hella anyway, thinking I was good? And God don't want no excuses. He ain't trying to hear I didn't know no better. That's your fucking problem. You had all your life to figure it out, right? So at that moment, I said to myself, can I join? I don't even have nothing to join yet, sis, but you can definitely join me studying. We can definitely learn together, because I'm all about that. I don't even have nothing to join. You know what I'm saying? I wish I did, because I definitely got some information for you, and I can definitely give it to you. But it's not for pay or nothing right now, because I don't even know how to give this information without jeopardizing myself, because I was told not to give it. So if I start getting too deep, shut me down. Hopefully they shut me down. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so when I realized that affirmation, that was the first step. Realizing, okay, wait a minute, I'm totally lost and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I'm angry at God, and I'm angry at my parents, and I'm angry. That was the first thing. And then I had to learn how to deal with anger. So I went through some martial arts. I went through a lot of different meditation stuff. I went through a lot of that kind of stuff. And that's how I learned about Buddhism and Hinduism and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, join me. Absolutely. You're definitely welcome to join. But yeah, so when I learned about Hinduism, Buddhism, request. Yep. Did I mess it up? Because I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, there it goes. I think I just accepted you. Did I? Yeah, there you go. There you go. I did it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say so much. I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh my gosh, like I agree with your story right now. That's where I am right now. Like everything that you were saying, I agree with. And
Ooh.
it's been such a battle just because of the things that I went through, the things I still believe, like I believe to give. I want to help somebody. Like I've never been a jealous person. I love seeing people win. But then you encounter so many people that's like they don't want to give to you. So you like, okay, now I gotta pivot. Now I gotta take a step back. And now I'm at that point in my life where literally I am at that point where I had to literally be real with myself. What do I even want? Why was I in this relationship?
You know what's funny? But you stop right there. You see what you just said? What do I really want? That's how people take advantage. It ain't them. Look, you caught the nail on the head. Look, what I found was everything was me. I was trying to take from them. And I looked at it like they were trying to take from me. Why aren't they willing to give? Why am I looking for them to give? What made me think I didn't already have? What made me think I needed?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't embrace my own blessings. I thought I needed more. I wasn't good enough. Look. Hey, listen. every step of it, I kept making more problems. It's me.
That's so crazy. And I think it really is something that's in my mind that my dad used to tell me all the time. I'm talking about everything that I brought to him. He always said, you're not ready. You're not ready. So subconsciously, every single thing
You've
did with my friends,
with the idea that you're never ready.
I'm never like now literally. That's what
people to verify your readiness. So you need them to accept your readiness for you to be ready.
That's where I was. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where I was, and that's where I had to tell myself. I said, "Dang, where I am right now, I literally have to cut everything off and literally just start all over to the point where I'm here by myself, and I gotta do it for myself. And if I don't do it for myself, I'm gonna be in the same cycle."
Yo, I had to cut off my mom. I had to cut off everybody. And listen, here's what was funny about it. It hurt me because I kept thinking I was wrong for doing it. But what I realized was after I did it and I had the moment to look at myself, I saw it was all me, and my mom never did anything against me. No one did anything to me. It was all me. Look, what happened was when I came here, forget when I was a baby and all, forget all that. When I finally got knowledge, when I finally figured this thing out, that I made the decision to be rebellious in any manner, that means that I took choices. I made decisions. Now it's up to parents. As a parent, when I became a parent, this is when I really realized it. I said, these motherfuckers gonna do what they want to do. You get what I'm saying? But the guidance is the key. So I started talking to my mother about why I wasn't guided and getting a better understanding of how she was unguided, so she didn't know how to guide. Now that doesn't excuse the situation because we all got to learn. But what it did was allow me to let go of the pain of pointing a finger. This person, you hurt me. You could have done better. And the reality of it is we can all do better. Every day I'm sitting here smoking this blunt. I can do better. Don't do it. Everything we do can be done better. That's not the question.
Yeah.
The question is what are you trying to do? And most of us were never given that. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's what kills us all as a people. As a people, I'm talking about white people, black people. I'm talking about all people. Most cultures are taught specific things that their culture is good at.
Yeah.
So because of that, they have somewhat of a guideline.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
That they,
Black don't give you no guideline because all they give you is basketball. They give you entertainment. You become the minstrels to everybody else on the world because they don't want. Listen, which tribe was best at science and which tribe was best at? If you look at certain places right now, they go to certain places to pick. Manute Bol comes from a specific tribe in Africa where they keep going back to get more basketball players because they're the tallest.
Yeah.
Just because they're the tallest.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no taller people than over there. You get what I'm saying? So look, if we know this about ourselves and we've been knew this about ourselves, why haven't we divided into what kind of black we are so we can start getting the respect for that? What kind of black are you? Why I gotta be your brother if I don't know what kind of black you are? You could be like Czechoslovakia. What are they fighting right now? Russia and Ukraine, right? Do they look any different?
No.
Physical appearance. Could you take a Russian and a Ukrainian, put them next to each other and go,
They may be able to. Don't get me wrong. Just like we can tell the difference between blacks.
Yeah.
This is a totally different kind of black. He look like my uncle such and such. He look like that. You know what I'm saying? But we've never separated into those things. And do you think if it was the Pan-African slave trade, whatever, I call it the Pan-African slave trade because I know it's supposed to be the Pan-Atlantic slave trade, whatever it's called. But I call it the Pan-African slave trade because we keep panning what kind of African we are because of that slave trade. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We try to accept all the goods. So everybody's walking around with onks on. Everybody's walking around. You get what I'm saying? It's an idea. How do you know the onk has anything to do with you? All right, if you're into Orishas, how do you know you came from that section of Africa that even believed in that? How do you know you wasn't a cannibal? And those would be your people, and you would be the best at being that. And those might have been warriors that we could then use to be our warrior segment.
Yeah.
And then these we used to be our scientists. And then these we used to be our mathematics. We don't do that. We just crumple us all together and say, figure it out. You're a nigger. You black. And you my brother. You're not my brother. I don't know if you're the science people or the fucking cannibal.
Yeah. What do you have? What do you have to offer the world? What comes?
And each region of Africa has different resources. So when you got Nigeria, you got specific resources, and that's why they got money because of those resources. When you have Ethiopia, they don't have many resources, and that's tradable resources. So that's why they're looked at as poverty stricken because their resources were taken a long time ago, and their land does not produce as much resources as other parts of Africa that are usable to the rest of the world. So everybody's trading in resources, and we got none. Because we black.
Yeah.
That's why you feel that way. You feel that way because you're empty.
Yes.
So this is why Nuapu was born. Nuapu was born out of the need for a nation, not culturalness. Like we I don't know how to say that. That was the wrong word, but we replaced our culture with hip hop. We replaced all those individual cultures that we had. If you look at the Black Panther, like I say all the time, and you look at when they show you Wakanda, and it was all those different people. You had the plate lip dude, and you had the old lady that was there. Those were all different tribes representing different ancient histories. And they together made Wakanda great. It wasn't the Black Panthers tribe alone. They wasn't just black.
Necessity.
Yeah, they wasn't just Wakandans. These Wakandans were broke down into segments, and they fought for the right to rule Wakanda. That's how we were. We were tribal, and certain tribes ruled, certain tribes failed. What happened is a lot of us got sold when white people and other people, not just whites, including some of the Moors that we put on high, made agreements and traded people, which we always did. This is not no evil. This is part of what was evil is how they were treated after the change from indentured servant to slave is what became evil. We traded our time and our works and ourselves, our bodies, our daughters, we did this. This is just history. It always happens. It happens to today. You get what I'm saying? It's always gonna happen. We've been taught not to learn our own, so we have no individual to trade with. Now that leaves you as a woman feeling empty because you can't give. And your purpose is to give. You are a nurturer. Your whole real purpose. Listen, nothing against the LGBT community, but the reality of it is the problem with it is the selfishness. The idea behind it is selfish.
Like this is my gender. This is how I need to be looked at.
Not only that, but just the thought. Now, I don't even go into that. If that's personal to you, cool. What bothers me is the fact that you have not told me how what you do can potentially be helpful for anyone but you. Now, when you talk about heterosexuality, there's a chance that a baby could be born that could be either helpful or harmful to the world.
This is true.
Just by accident. But when you do what you do, there's no benefit to anyone but you. So why do you feel it's okay? That's what I have a problem. I'm not saying that everybody's choices is not okay. I'm saying that when we get down to the root base of things, why as an individual do you think it's okay to do something that can't benefit anyone but you and be okay with that? And then feel you're a good person still. How do you live life like that? How do you not look at yourself and go, I want to be able to be helpful to the world? So now, if you want to do that, go be a doctor. Go figure out a way to help the world. Then no one cares what you do in your sexual preference. But if your whole purpose is personal. It got to be about me, and I should have the right to be happy.
Yeah.
No one here has the right to be happy if it infringes on the benefits or the rights of the rest of the people.
Yeah.
And if you cannot procreate, and you as a genius, maybe we needed another you in the world. Maybe your selfish attitude of I want this, not what I like, is harmful for the rest of us, because there will never be another you. And your value may be superseded by your inability to do what nature requires you to do. Not your personal feelings about what nature requires, but what nature requires of you to do.
Yeah.
So
That's what's wrong, though. Seriously,
that's the problem. Selfishness. Don't let it change you.
You don't even know yourself. You can't even spend 5 minutes sitting down with yourself and saying, you know what did I do that was just something that I was good at? Like, for me, it's healing. I can heal with my I've done it more times.
This is what you're made to do.
It is like,
that's what you're designed to do. The more you get back to the cusp of being a female, the more you get back to the nature that it's not. Listen, I don't believe in women working, to be honest. I believe that women should work if they find a purpose that benefits others.
I love that.
If you find a purpose that benefits others, no one should be able to stop you from that purpose. Because that's the purpose of all mankind. All humanity should look to uplift the rest of humanity.
Yeah.
So I don't look at it like women shouldn't get no job. They should never work. I don't see that. But I do not believe that they should have to work.
Yeah, that me neither, though.
Because it's
it doesn't come
level of toughness. In order to work, in order to pay bills, in order to do those type of things, it causes you to have to protect yourself from your environment while you're doing it. It's like hunting or anything else. You got to watch what's in the grass while you're hunting, or you might get bit by a snake, or you might be. So just because a woman may have the ability to do anything does not mean she's best suited for that over a male who is designed better to handle that scenario.
Yes.
Same thing with the male. So why should the woman be at home cooking and cleaning? Because you kind of designed better for that. It's a more safer environment for you. Not to say that if you're a 6-foot diesel brolic woman and your husband is a little guy, that you send his ass out there, because that ain't fair neither. You get what I'm saying? Shorty, maybe you should be the hunter. Let him sit in the kitchen and cook. It's just logic. And if we use these logical methods, of course there won't be 1,000 5-foot dudes and 1,000 6-foot women. That won't happen. So we don't have to make that a narrative for everyone. Just let them do what they're doing without making them feel bad about it. It's like, we don't got to say he's not a man because he can't protect and provide. He's 6'4". He's 5'2". It don't make no sense for him to be battling the damn burglar when he come in the house and all they got is a bat. Give her the bat. Her swing gonna be a lot harder. Yeah. And let him take the kids and get out the house. But if he did that, do you think everybody would turn around and go, man, she got beat up in there? Well, she was 6'4". Nope. We were taught to think so backwards that we would look at this man and go, what kind of man are you? You let her. Exactly. No, man is not designed to protect and provide. That's not what his job was. He wasn't designed that way. Him, not man. Most men are. Yeah. Most women are dainty. Most men are statured bigger than the women on that. So that's why. But if it doesn't fall that way, adjust accordingly, niggas. Like, what the fuck is so complicated? Like, we like, that's why I hate that dumbass stuff where they be like, would you go 50-50 with a man and the women? That puts women in such an awkward position because, look, here's the reality of it. You shouldn't have to go 50-50 with somebody who should already be established before asking you to be in their life. Like, hold up. You just invited me to your struggle, nigga? Like, why? Get your shit together. Like, I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, after a while, it becomes an issue with the way we think as a people. We're asking questions that shouldn't make sense, that shouldn't even have to be asked. A man, you're not a man if you haven't gotten to the level where you can take care of yourself. You're still a child. Women, on the other hand, should be in their father's homes until they find their husband. So they should not have to work. These are the things that we having a problem with. My daughter ain't going nowhere until somebody come get her from me. Because I'm going to make sure she's safe until somebody I know that I feel can protect her, continues to keep her safe. That's it.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy because it's like, okay, bam. Then society make us think that because we're home, women, like I'm home right now. I got my 2 kids. I'm home.
Well,
It makes me feel like the society makes me feel like I'm behind on my life because I can't provide for myself. Because
and I'm gonna tell you something you might not like about me though. You might not like this part. You might like it, you might not. There's another part that I disagree with.
Okay, go ahead.
You shouldn't have them kids. The man should. It's his. He gave them to you, and he should take them back. Nigga, you put them in here. It's yours. And if you're not gonna take care of me and protect me and make sure that I'm good, I gotta find another man to do that. And I shouldn't have the burden of your leftovers when I'm doing this. It's not fair. You take them, you raise them, because a good woman that comes along that wants you will take care of them kids, and I won't have to worry about them. Not that I won't be a mother. No, not that I won't be a mother, because I'm gonna be there, because I'm gonna wean my kids. That's the job of a woman, to wean. Yeah. But after weaning, which is breastfeeding and all of that, it's time for the children to learn something. Yeah. They should be with communities learning. It shouldn't be one side. It shouldn't be just you. It should be the women are teaching your daughter, and then the men, he goes with the men to learn this, and he goes with the women to learn that. So we don't have that one-sided thing where I gotta raise the kids and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. My mama's the only one that can watch the kids, and now he ain't even picking the kids up. It's too much. Now when another man comes along and he wants you, he gotta deal with another man's burden. That's not my burden, that's his burden. And he did that to you. He gave you those children. He put that plague on you. That's a blessing. And he should embrace his blessing and make sure his blessing is always protected forever. My child is always what my baby moms at any point, drop them off. It don't matter why, when, how, because I should have had them from the beginning. So whatever you choose to, I got to just pick it up. Why? Because I chose you. Yeah. So whatever excuse comes with that, it don't matter. Mm-hmm. It's too late. I, as the man, had that power, and I fucked it up. Yeah. So at that point, I own it. There's never an excuse to me. There's never a way out. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? For me, that's how I feel as a man. And I feel that as a woman, you were giving me a gift. This is what I feel. If when we was together, it was a gift, right? It was, baby, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm so happy. It was a gift given to me of a legacy. Hopefully a boy in our older time, because he can carry on my name. Yeah. You feel me? Now that motherfucker, he could be me. He could be another me. Now the daughter is a blessing, but she's a blessing to another family. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because she takes another man's name and gives him his gifts. Yeah. Here, to your family, I give gifts. That's why motherfuckers used to have a dowry back in the day. Oh, you gonna pay for this daughter. So she gonna give your family gifts. Yeah. What do I get after taking care of her and making sure she's pure until you took her? Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Now we giving rings to women just because they like them. I'm like, why are you giving her a ring? And why is she wearing a white dress when she fucked half the city? You should be wearing purple. Yeah. Or red or something. Or at least off-white, bitch. Don't do me like that. You know damn well. But we know now it's about just the culture of things instead of the reality of things. Yeah. And we lose focus on that. So yeah, it shouldn't be that way. What it should be is the woman should have the right. Each parent should always have the right to see their children. The other one should never have the ability to take that right away. Mm-hmm. But if you're the protector and provider, how did the one that's not protecting and providing end up protecting and providing for the children? That don't make sense. That's off. You got to go find somebody to protect and provide for you. You're supposed to go home back to your dad. Yeah. You're supposed to go back to your father, and he's supposed to continue his family and his legacy, and you're supposed to hope that he didn't take away your time, that you can give another man to have another family and begin what you were trying to do with him again. That's what's supposed to happen. Yeah. And because this system tells you differently, you can't get that. And because you don't have a community environment of women that's supportive and able to help you, you don't have anything but you. So now you got to come home to your parents, and you're lucky you got them. Because a lot of women can't come home to their father. There is no dad there. There is no male role model at all. So they looking at niggas like, all I know is my mama struggled. That's what I saw. My mama struggling. I met men that taught me what it was to be men. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, no, that's feminine. And a lot of it was very aggressive. And this is the thing that we lack, because what we missing now is, remember this old thing they would say, I ain't gonna do that because my dad gonna kill me. We don't have that no more. Mom used to say, oh, boy, I told you, wait till your dad get home.
Exactly.
All of those things is gone. Now
so
she got to be the disciplinarian and she got to give the love. You know, after your mom beat you, you ain't feeling that. You like, I hate her. You ain't feeling her love. You feeling hurt. You feeling you. But dad, he beat you, and then mom come and heal the wound.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And now you feel the discipline and the love. The man's first job in a family is not protecting and providing. It's applying discipline and order. That's the first job.
Yes.
Discipline and order. Because even if he's not a protector or provider, he should be the disciplinarian and provide the order. Exactly. There should be a fear of the father. There should be a small bit of fear. Without that fear, this is why we got the kids we got today. Because they ain't got no fear. Mama ain't putting no fear in you.
Serious? What? I got 2 boys. Mm-hmm. They take me serious, but I'm gonna have to do a lot to get that.
No, they ain't. Let me tell you the difference. They respect you enough to not want to disappoint you. There's a difference. Yeah. See, with women, and this is why single women can't raise children alone, but single man can. Because discipline is more important in the structuring of a child to a degree, than your nurturing. Because you can't nurture somebody that ain't listening. You can nurture them forever, they're just gonna get spoiled.
Yeah.
And then when you supply the discipline, it's like you canceling out the nurturing. So now they don't feel love. So you're going back and forth, and you're trying to play both, and they're taking you like a hypocrite. Here's what happens in the reality of it. Children come forward and they go, damn, I love my mother. And they get to a certain level, especially boys, where they think to themselves, you lucky you my mom. And they'll never say it to you. They just take the hit. Ooh, you lucky you my mom. But dad challenged you in a different way. He go, let's take it outside. What you gonna do? You think you a man? Let's do it. And you gotta think to yourself, can I beat this nigga? That's the difference. You don't think, can I beat mom? You assume you can as a man.
Yeah.
You just won't do it because it's your mother. You respect her. You're like, I respect my mom. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to see her like that. Dad, you want to whip his ass.
Yeah.
You want to, but you question whether he'll kill you. Yeah. He fuck around and really kill me.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah. And that fear prevents you from doing the stuff that makes you insufferable. That fear stops the women from being whores and the men from being gangbangers. That fear of dad, not mom, because you don't fear mom.
Yeah.
You respect mom and you don't want to disappoint mom. So when she come to the jail, you like this.
Yeah.
Man. Your head's down. You feel miserable that you disappointed mom.
Yeah.
You want mom to. Nobody wants to buy dad a house. Anybody go, when I get rich, I'm gonna buy my daddy a. It's mama.
Yeah, that's
it's
what
mama.
I'm saying.
I don't want mama to hurt. So I don't want to disappoint my mama. Yeah. But daddy, I just don't want to get beat. I want his respect. I want him to respect me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I want him to look at me and, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And that's
my daddy's proud of me. You want you want him to look at you with pride and admiration. I beat you in basketball, Dad. I'm good. You got to conquer your father. You don't have to conquer your mother. And the fact that we no longer have fathers to conquer makes us insufferable.
Yeah.
We don't give a damn about nobody. Because if I could beat my daddy, I could beat everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I told my son, bro, I said, if you ever think you could beat me, my son big as hell. Bigger than me. Big old boy. You know, he's 25 years old now. So he's a grown-ass man. But I told him, I don't care how old you get. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care. To this day, you ask my son, I'll tell you right now. If you ever think you can beat me, don't ever go to sleep. Because if you beat my ass, you won. You got it. But I'm going to be in there with batteries and a sock, beating your ass in the sleep. You going to be at the sink. I'm going to be walking by like we in jail with shits. Yeah, nigga. West side, nigga. I'm going to make sure you got that fear somewhere or another to know that there's somebody out there that will stop you.
Yeah.
And then all I ask of you is to be a decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I ask of my son. I don't care if you are this or you are that, what you choose. if you, certain things will cause me to come for you and take you out. I don't care what nobody thinks. So listen, certain things. If you're a rapist, I'm coming and taking you out. If you take from people, if you're a taker, like thief, all that, whatever, you need healing, we're gonna get you some help. You get what I'm saying? But if you're a murderer, if you're a serial killer going around murdering, taking other children's, if my child is taking your child, innocent, someone innocent, destroying someone else's innocence in any manner, it's my duty to prevent that from happening to someone else's children. That's my job. And no one can tell me different. So the moment you get out of line, boy, I'm coming. And you better know it. He knew that since he was a kid. I'll drive from state to state to whip his ass. Me and his mother don't even talk. But if he call me, boy, don't let him. We don't even talk. So if she had the nerve to call me and I gotta drive, bro, you just better be prepared to get that ass whooped. You better be prepared to be in serious harm, and it's gonna last as long as the drive.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Drive 8 hours? Oh, nigga. Prepare for an 8-hour ass whipping. We're gonna go get a hotel. I'm parked up in this bitch with a couple of different beating devices, and we're gonna have some fun because this is what you wanted. You knew the challenge, and you challenged me. And I gotta be about what I say. Yeah. That's two things, and that's why I say this, and this is something that a lot of women get angry with me when I say again. I say these two things, but you've been a very wise, intelligent woman so far, so I appreciate you, because I be saying some outlandish shit. But I also say that's why to men, women are like children. Reason why is because we're responsible for protecting and providing for you. And when y'all don't listen, it is our job to mentally discipline you. It is our job, because you will go off on tangents mentally, never physically, but mentally. We have to get your respect enough to be able to discipline you. If I can't check you, you don't need to be with me. I need to be able to say, duh, like that. Not even, baby, could you please, if I got to do all that, you dead. No, get down now. If he talked to me like that, there had to be a reason. I'm going to listen, and then we'll have this discussion later. You feel me? That's the right mentality. Any woman that argues with a man is a man.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You can argue with a man, you're a man. Because you don't fear me punching you in the face.
Yeah, I did not fear their dad.
That's insane. And the minute you get to that level, you lose your femininity. And you lose all respect from the man. That's when he starts hitting on you, he starts grabbing you all this time. Because in a man's mind, everything leads to aggression.
It does.
For men, when men step in a room with men, if you don't say the right thing, you fuck around and get your head knocked off. And see, with women, it's not the same. When women fight, it doesn't usually end in somebody knocked the fuck out. It does. Your hair might get pulled out. You might be mad. You might get a black eye. You might have some scratches all over. Generally speaking, now some women is beasts and they'll knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. Generally speaking, women don't have the strength, and they really just hurting each other with a lot of slaps and scratches. You get what I'm saying? So it's a bombardment of something rather than actual force, G-force on your face. You get what I'm saying? That's why when a man hit a woman, it's like, damn, you can't do that, bro. That's why. Because they're not prepared or equipped to deal with that kind of force. Yeah. So they don't understand aggression the way men do. And this is why they should not be aggressive with a man ever. Because you don't understand aggression the way men do. For every man, we understand when you get loud, you're subject to getting knocked the fuck out. All men understand that. You have to play your cards safe. You don't walk up to no big ass nigga talking that bullshit. You don't walk up to no big ass broad talking no bullshit. You don't walk up to no big ass homo, nobody talking no bullshit, and don't expect to get knocked the fuck out, bro. Yeah. We know this. Women don't think that way. You'll see a small woman barking on a huge nigga like, nigga, I'm gonna fuck you. Bro, that's not logical. That it's just not why would you do that? And you know how many of your men in your life that love you, you just put life in jeopardy? Fuck you. Okay, you did that, but now who's gonna back that up? Yeah. You? Yeah. You gonna back it up, or you gonna call somebody after this man hits you?
You're right.
The problem. That's the problem. Don't open your mouth if you can't back up what you say. I'm a small man. I know the difference. I know shut the fuck up with certain men. Yeah. But I'm also a powerful man with my own, I'm ready to die for what I believe. So I'm not going to shut the fuck up. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But I'm ready to die. Yeah. You got to be ready to die. And what's crazy is a lot of women today is ready. I mean, they be backing me down. I'll be like, you win because I ain't ready to die. You can have it.
Seriously. But it like for me, it was just like you said, if a man with no purpose is nothing. A man that can't discipline my boys is nothing. A man that can't tell me how to do certain things to get to certain levels, nothing. So when I realized this, why I was treating him like this, I'll be hard on him because I'm like, where are we going?
What's good, broke up?
With you, nigga. Where the fuck are we going? Like
exactly. But look, here's where I'm gonna tell you where this is where you have to own the situation. Because this is the male you chose, and he never had a purpose. You don't lose your purpose. You get what I'm saying? You never knew to look for a man with purpose. And what you're supposed to look for as a woman, and any woman listening to this, trust me, get this advice, get this motherfucker. What you're supposed to look for is a man whose purpose aligns with what you want to back, so that he's no longer the mission. It's the purpose. And y'all both trying to push the narrative. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Once you believe in look, think about every big, powerful man that ever did anything great. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You don't hear about their women ever talking about their dirt. And they were dirty niggas. Like Martin Luther King was the worst. That nigga slept around. He had multiple kids outside the marriage, all kind of stuff. But has she ever once talked against him? Did she ever leave him? Why? His purpose was bigger than the man. She could never replace that purpose. The same reason Beyonce didn't leave Jay-Z after the fucking elevator. Yeah. Once you find a man whose purpose is worth living for, his actions is irrelevant. As long as he's still fitting the purpose, you gotta keep him in line. You're fucked up, smack him in the head. Just like he gotta keep you in line. It's no different. We flaw as people. Yeah, we are. But we're taught that if you don't see the purpose behind what you're behind, now you don't know why you're even there when the nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why am I even here? What the fuck am I even following you for? Because you know what died? The lust died, and the love was never there. Yeah. See, I learned love from my children, from my son, because he taught me love. Because before that, I thought I knew love when I fell in love with his mother. I fell in love, but I fell out of love. And I said, how the fuck you fall in love? How did I never fall out of love with my son? And how can he never do anything that would make me not love him, but they can? Is that love? No, remember, love is a selfish desire. It's selfish. It has to do with me. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's about what people do for you. You only love people that do stuff for you. That's the only people you love. Your mama, because she was there for you. If the daddy wasn't there for you, fuck that nigga. Because you get what I'm saying? So it's always about what people do for you. Yeah. So if you embrace love as a selfish desire for yourself, and then be willing to give it to others when you get it, it can't ever be bad. You can't never lose because you wasn't looking for nothing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a child, like my baby. I don't expect my son to give me back. His ass don't even call me. Yeah. You know I'm not gonna stop loving this nigga. I can't. Yeah. Nothing he can do. Damn, he come up told me he gay. Oh damn, I hate the fact that this happened. I don't give a fuck. I love this nigga. Yeah. Oh, this is that. This is that. He did this. He did that. He's a crime. You see mothers every time visiting axe murderers in jail. My baby. I love you, baby. But the husband? Oh no, he cheated. I'm gone. That's not love.
Yes, and it was never love.
It's lust. And when he gave that lust to someone else, it hurt you so much you couldn't tolerate it. Or the lies that you couldn't tolerate. These are things that have to do with a lack of trust with each other. And that's what has to be built first. So when you talk to a man, when you deal with a man, when you as a woman are seeking to be with a man, if you're really looking for a husband, the first thing you should be looking for is what is his purpose and do I want to help him meet it? What is he trying to accomplish and do I want to help him do that? Not me, because I'm going to help me. I don't help him meet an obligation. He ain't got one. And then if his obligation changes, will I still be willing to help?
That's that sacrifice.
That's the sacrifice. And once you do that, now he's supposed to come in with the idea of this one right here. Wow, she's the one that's going to help me get where I need to go. I can't let nothing hurt my brain. She going to be feeling stuff for me. Instead of feeling who I'm fucking, she going to be feeling who's doing dirt by me, and because her intuition is going to be for me instead of against me. We were trained for our women's intuition to work against us, not to trust us. He a pimp, he a hustler. All of those things is cause of our situation, and us not being able to match the white man. So I want a Bentley, so I'm going to have to be a rapper. I'm going to have to be, otherwise you're not going to respect me. His face is on the money. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
You want a bag and his face is on it. Why do you think black women right now, so many of them are talking about dating white men? I go outside my race because they tricked you. Nobody wanted them. No race wanted them. They were the conquering race. But what do you do in war? You kill off the men and you take the women and you impregnate them to make the kids yours. Yeah. And if you get some melanated women, you got the best of the best.
Yeah, you do.
You got the best. They got the best seed. They make anything grow in that soil. That's like having pot soil.
Yeah.
Versus having some dirt from outside. You get what I'm saying?
We make all y'all.
What? Basketball play. All the hot shit come from us. But look, let me tell you something weird. Everybody who you ever seen was a master of something didn't get a choice.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody walking around, I do what I want to do and I'm going to become Serena Williams. I'm do what I want to do and I'm going to become Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Nope. Somebody forced them. Somebody beat that ass and made them do it.
Listen, and that's so important. That is so important, especially when you see your child and you see what they gravitate towards. You see, like, especially for a woman, I can see my boys right now, what they, even when they're young, I can see my youngest, okay, cool, he needs to work on that. Okay, cool. Okay, bam, he needs to work on this. Okay.
Right.
I know what they
Are there fathers in their lives?
Huh?
1 or 2 fathers. Is he in their lives?
No. And when I say no, it's not no that he's not in their life. He is in their life, but he comes when he's done working, when he got time to come and be with them. But in my
of him having
we got
them?
boys.
Yeah.
So he needs to be.
But is there an option of him having them?
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people gonna hate me for this, but I wanted that. Why? Because when I left him, I didn't have anything. So I'm like, how can I, number one, build something with 2 little boys that's looking at me?
Well, you can, but it's hard.
It's hard as shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's real bugged out, right? What's funny is I date, right? And a lot of women don't realize this, but I will red flag them after 2 children. And has nothing to do with them, or they might be a beautiful woman. If you have a certain amount of children, you have to earn a certain amount or you become a burden.
This is true.
Instantly. I can't help it. Just by the math alone. I do this for me to become successful. I had to stop my life, do the math. First thing I had to figure out was, well, what does it cost to be me? You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what I was spending, so how the hell I'm gonna make money if I don't even know what it costs, how much it costs? All right, if I make $5,000 a month, let's say, $2,000 a month, whatever. Yeah. And I spend, if I make $2,000 a month, but I spend $5,000 a month, I'm never gonna come up, and I'm always gonna feel broke. I'm gonna wonder what the fuck happened. That don't mean my budget ain't right. Yeah. That don't mean I can't live better. That don't mean, but I'm living above my means. But if I don't know my means, I can't live. So that was my first thing. Figure out what the fuck does it cost to be me? Then once I realized what my needs was, I cut off everything, and only because if I'm broke, I'm broke. So there ain't no good broke and bad broke, up broke and down broke. Broke is broke. And if you working every week and you back to broke, you still broke. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I quit. I went to all the way broke. Nothing. I had no money, nowhere to go, nothing. And I said, you know what? I can't go further down. I was living or at a family, a brother was letting me stay with him. I'm just staying with this brother, figuring my stuff out, trying to fit. And back then I was pimping, hustling, selling drugs. I was doing it all. Whatever was gonna happen to make my shit lit, because I was illegal anyway. I had no ID, no nothing. I was just going.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna figure this shit out. But I said to myself, you know what? At the end of this, what do I specifically want? And once I made it clear what I wanted, then I just started working on one little thing at a time, whether it be my credit was fucked up. I stopped saying, oh, I'm gonna fix my credit. I'm gonna fix my credit. The next check I got, I started paying my credit. Fuck it. I'm gonna just pay it. Fuck it. I'm gonna just pay it. That fixed that. One problem at a time. It seemed like it was overwhelming because I was focusing on all the problems. You get what I'm saying? So it was impossible. So now, going back to women, when I did that mathematics, I understood what it took me to become successful, and I understood how much it would take from what I earned, what I needed to earn, and how long, if I sacrificed, it would take me to get to that success, to the exact amount I wanted, which was a house. I wanted the amount to put a down payment on a house, because I was homeless. I was always running around. I was a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? Mama said, get the fuck out when you young. After that, you running around. You think you... And if you got an apartment, you're homeless. If you don't own a home, you're homeless. Yeah. Plain and simple. Because they will cut your ass out any moment, and you think you good, and you got to figure out where to move again. You know how many times I moved? How many times I had to put up these posters again and again? These shits is 40 years old, some of these posters. I've been putting them up since I was a kid, and kept having to move and move. You don't own nothing, you're homeless. So I said, wait a minute, I'm homeless? I started realizing certain things about myself, and I started realizing what I had to do the math on what it's going to cost for me to live the comfortable life I want to live, the way that I live my life, and how long I could live it. You know what I'm saying? 20 years, 30 years. So that made me understand retirement. So, how much do I need to retire if I want to live? All right, let's say I retire at 60. You get what I'm saying? And I want to live 100,000 a year lifestyle. Just to make it easy to math. 100 times 12, 1,200 times 20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So 1,200,000 is 1.2 million. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's 120 something thousand. Yeah. 100 and something thousand. 100 is 100 and, 100, you do the math. My hand's banging. But you get my point. So what I did was, the math that I got at the end was about $3 million. I had to have that in cash to retire. Now, rewind this motherfucking story and go all the way back to me dating. I'm a man that's earning over $100,000 a year now, and my expenses are above beyond, so it evens out to a certain amount where I know how much I can stack and how much I can, because although I make a certain amount, expenses is a motherfucker, because the more you make, the more you grow. So now I get all of those things, my taxes paid, blah, 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 blah. I'm on a different tax bracket, all that type of stuff, so they're killing me. But then I learned how to reverse those things so I can get that money back, and learn how to turn myself into a company so I can get that money back. Now I got all of this going for me, and I'm in a position now where I can add a person and they don't have to work, which means they can now, if they choose to work, stack money for a purpose. Remember what I said about her purpose being your purpose? If your purpose is pushing my purpose, and I'm helping you stack money for your purpose, what I'm doing? Stacking money for my purpose. Yeah.
We all doing this.
We all winning. There's no way to lose. And the purpose be the children's future. Because that's our future. Both of us. We both want to live past our 99 years. We both want our legacy, our art, our music, the things we love to progress past us. We want to see the beauty in our children. Look how beautiful my kids. She's fine. She did it. You want to see them grow and become beautiful people, and then give the world something because of you. So that's our biggest investment together. Yeah. Right? We investing in this. So we got to have a trust fund for this. We got to have all these things. We got to set this up. Remember, that's our purpose now. You see what I'm saying? So if a man comes in and he goes, my purpose is I want to be a barber. I want to make sure everybody's hair is cut. I want to make sure everybody clean. He always clean. He makes sure everybody's always clean. That's the type of person he is. He's a barber, not a nigga that just want to cut hair. I'm talking about purpose. Yeah. This is love. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And you find this man and you go, this man, I love the fact he's so passionate, man, and he be making people look fresh. I love a fresh haircut. I love the way the clip is smell. And I love you this nigga's wife.
Yeah.
But if you there every day going, God, why this nigga always just get past this so he can get the money? I know he got to do this to get money. I support him in everything. You're not his wife.
You're not his wife.
It doesn't matter if you like him and he's cute and he fuck good and he got some money and he do take care of you. None of that is, you're missing the point. You're going to get bored. You're going to get annoyed with the things that you don't like. The smell's going to start bothering you. Everything going to start bothering you eventually. You're tolerating something. And when you start tolerating something, eventually you're going to stop tolerating it.
Yep. Yep.
That's not a relationship.
Yep.
The purpose. That's the key. So you find the person with the same purpose and you communicate that purpose. Oh, that's your purpose? You serious? And you see him doing and living his purpose.
Yeah.
You can't fool that. Niggas
Yeah.
can't. That's why when girls be like, he fooled me, he tricked me. I'll be like, nah, you tricked you. You wanted to believe in this nigga because you liked him. So you believed all this bullshit. You know how many girls come to me and see, oh, you got this and you got that and you that kind of man and you so intelligent and you handsome and you got a big dick, oh shit, all that. Wow. So why you ain't gotta go? And then they start everything I say that I like, all of a sudden that's them. They know they don't like that shit. I just need a girl that, I don't like cooking. I can chef my ass off, but I'm not a big on cooking because I was forced to do a lot of stuff when I was young because I was extra smart. So my mom used to constantly keep me into stuff. That's how I know how to do all kind of shit, build houses and all kind of shit. That's how, because my mom constantly kept me into shit, always. So I don't know how to do a lot of shit, but it also aggravated me because I never got to play with the children. I never played when I was a kid. I was always doing something productive. So now fun to me is doing something productive, work or creating something or fixing something, or that's fun to me. So when I'm hanging out with other people, I don't drink. I don't really be in the vibe with them. I don't watch sports. None of that. So then other men be like, I ain't really feeling it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the productive one. I always getting something, you know what I mean? That's just me. So that being said, that energy and knowing that I'm that type of person, I got to find somebody that suits that need, that purpose, that, you get what I'm saying? That drive. And then that person will always be the person to bring me, oh, he cut his hand. She's going to be a nurse type of person because I might bang my hand with the hammer when I'm fixing that's my type of person. But then I meet people and they, oh, I like a woman that could cook. And the girl is like, oh, I be cooking. I love cook. And then the minute you start dating, she ain't never cooked. I've been with you 2 years. You don't cook. You don't even cook for your kids. Y'all be Ubering and Uber eating all day. Like, stop. You don't. If you're not comfortable in that pattern, you're not gonna be. You feel me? That's like a dude that be like, yeah, man, acting like he a thug. And the minute y'all get somebody run up on you, he's like, you got hiding behind you and shit. You're like, this nigga. It's the same shit. It's a disappointment. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. We can't portray ourselves in manners, but women tend to do that, and it's their nature to try to be what the man they like. That's why men in their lives are supposed to block those men. They're not supposed to get close enough to do that to the woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because women, when they like something, they're going to try to be that for you. Oh, you like that? I'm going to be that for you. Or you like that? I'm going to do that for you. That's a natural instinct, but it's supposed to go toward the right place. If it's not headed the right place, that man going to take advantage of that. And you're going to be dogged the fuck out. And nothing you're going to be able to do about it because you can't see it coming, because as a woman, you're designed to, fit him like a glove. He's the hand. And that's another reason why women shouldn't have too many men in them, because how many hands can go in the glove before it can't fit? You must have quit. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you feel me? After a while, my hand could go in any glove. Either it fit or it don't.
Yeah.
I put my hand in this glove and that glove. My hand ain't gonna change sizes. It's still gonna be the same hand. Some gloves it might stretch out, and some gloves it might just fall in. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, my hand gonna come out my hand.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna change much. Ain't gonna be damaged. It's gonna be a hand. Might hurt a little bit when I put it in the wrong glove. It's tight. But gonna come out and it'll heal. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
But that glove, I might rip through that bitch and it'll never be the same for another hand. That next hand coming there, that motherfucker be like, damn, it used to fit. It would have fit if this nigga big ass hand wasn't in it. I'm just saying.
No,
so,
for real though. No, for real though. That is
what
true.
happens. So
Then
I value
as
my women to
women
that
too
degree.
much.
Women is their value is beyond they don't see the value of a woman, so they try to be men. They were taught that the value of a woman is so low when they don't realize the frequency of a woman is perfection and the frequency of a man is lack. We have a simplicity to us that makes us able to accomplish things. Just do it. We don't think as much. We don't have as much detail. We don't get into as much detail, which is why we suck at cheating and suck, because we ain't getting into all the details. Y'all got it. Y'all are very detailed creatures. And the detail sometimes causes you not to get things accomplished. You get what I'm saying? By focusing so much on the details. All you got to do is tell me the details, and I'm going to go, all right, all that's irrelevant. Now that I got all that good information, this is what we need to do.
Exactly. And I didn't get that shit. I didn't get it.
Well, you got to pick a man that you're willing to listen to, because he's on the level as a man that he needs to be. Even if, or he's the level as a boy he needs to be, or he's on the level as a male that he needs to be for his growth. Now, whether or not he was ever supposed to have another child through you, that's on you. You get what I'm saying? These are choices that your parents did not teach you to make properly, and your father and brothers were not there to defend you from. This is just how it should be. So when in the right atmosphere, your father would have had to vet him.
Exactly.
And he would have had to come around men that could sense all that bull. See, women can sense the bullshit from women. Men can sense the bullshit from men. We know when a man is on point, and when we be like impressed by. Men are impressed by men that are impressive.
Yeah.
Women are impressed by men they like. If you like him, everything he do is impressive, even the dumb shit. When you don't like him, he's annoying, even the good shit.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is true.
That's women. Men,
yeah,
men ain't so much. We more logical than that. Most times we seeing the shit and you ask, well, why do men deal with so much raggedy women? Pussy. That's the only, listen, men, our inspiration is one or two things. Family, self, three things. Family, self, or pussy. That's it. If he's selfish and it's all about him, run. Because he ain't going to be worth shit. He going to dog out everything in his path. If he's about family, that's a good man. And if he's about pussy, run. Because he's still a male. And he's in his essence of his listen, we got our balls keep filling up. We can't do nothing about it. Just keeps filling up. We got to empty it. You don't have that problem. Yours was once a month, and then it just falls the fuck out. You ain't got to do shit, but just catch it with something. Have something down there to catch the bitch. My shit ain't coming out unless I let it. And if I don't, it's going to start swelling. It's going to start hurting. This is a natural occurrence for us. Yeah. We think about sex all day because it keeps producing in our ball sack. Humans that want to come out.
Damn.
That's what's going on. Let's look at it like normal, logical individuals. These are cells, individual sperm cells, and these millions of them that pile up in there and want to go to you by nature.
Yeah. So if he is about family, but
he's about family and he has none, he should be about the money that it takes to raise a family.
What if he was about that?
Okay. Then he should have the stuff that he needs to produce everything you need, and you need to do nothing.
Oh no.
Then he didn't have that.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Listen, me as a man, even if I got an apartment, it's my apartment. Now I got to determine, can someone else live with me? Can I afford someone else to live with me? Look, my rent. Can I pay my rent on my own without the woman being there? Do I need a roommate? Do I need my homeboy? Do I need to if any of that is there, then I can't have you yet, because I can't offer you anything but my struggle. I'm still trying to work on me. Let me get that handled. See, what we was taught by this society that after high school, you go to college. And college fucked up everything, because college is not actually giving you anything as a man. That's why most men don't go. Because what is it going to teach you to do as a man that you need to do? Is it going to take you to protect? No, unless you're a smart guy, it's not going to teach you to provide. A trade would, though. Trade school is what I recommend to any man, any boy at all. go get a trade, because you can be a journeyman. You can always go anywhere and do whatever that trade is, whatever the trade is, unless you're going into computer sciences, which is a new trade today. To me, that's a trade. Even though I don't really recommend it too much for men, because all that sitting on your ass is going to make you kind of feminine, in my opinion. You need to be active as a man, doing something active. But if you do that on the side, because you know what you need as a man, you work out, you do blah, 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 and this is what you choose to make money. There's so much money in it to protect it and do for your family that I can't possibly tell any man that that's not a masculine thing to do. Get that money, nigga. You get what I'm saying? Do what you do. But overall, I believe every man should still have something active in their life that they do, and they should be able to change a light bulb. They should be able to do the things that their family need without calling another man. If you got to call another man when it's time to pick up a hammer, you should be ashamed of yourself unless your wife knows how to pick up a hammer. Then you get a pass because you found your equal match. And if she can in any way offset what you can't do, you have a winning team.
That makes sense. I was really verbally, no, I can't say that, because then I'll be a victim. But I would say,
you can say you were verbally abused, if that's what you were going to say.
Yeah,
you can be verbally abused without being a victim. You can accept being verbally abused, and now you're not the victim anymore.
I was verbally
abused. Shit, I was beat down a lot, verbally, physically. Shit.
Yeah, that is true. In that relationship that I was in, I was verbally abused. He didn't really know how to say certain things to me, so he said them in a worse way, which made me kind of like
standoffish.
Be with you and you talking to me like that, like that's not love. Like the fuck, I'm supposed to be behind you the whole entire time, and you calling me this, that, and you standing over me on all of this stuff, and you telling me like the fuck.
A lot of times men don't know how to motivate their women. So what they do is they become aggressive like they would with a male. And they think by attacking her. I've done it plenty of times. I've lost plenty of girlfriends, good women, doing that type of stuff, being an aggressive man and not knowing how to communicate to a woman who's very emotional. Women are emotional creatures. And I'm real aggressive. I'm a man type of man. So I come off aggressive all the time. Even in my speech, people are like, whoa, come on, bro, you just gotta calm down. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring it down a little bit on Mother because I come off really aggressive. And I realized he wasn't trying to be aggressive. He was just trying to understand. And I was getting hyped, and I get so hyped at teaching my people that I sometimes come off as aggressive. And that's just who I am. But I also recognize that if I want a certain outcome from people, I have to learn to do things in a manner to get the response that I want, even if I don't agree with having to do it. And I'll give you something that happened to me years ago, right? A friend of mine, I was always the type of person to just say stuff that's on my mind. I just say what's on my mind. I don't give a fuck. This is what it is. If it's real, I'm gonna just say it. You don't like it, that's you. You got the problem because you just don't like what's real. That type of attitude, right? So I said this to my man. I said, why is it that people, always come at me crazy? They always, they always act like you always coming at everybody funny. You got an attitude, and the way you come at people, you be right, but the way you come at people. And I was always said this. I used to say, you know what? That's their problem, because if you stand in the street, right, and there's a bus coming, and you don't see the bus coming because you got your back turned, and I'm on the sidewalk, and I go, hey, stupid, get out the street. And you worried about how I said it to you, so you go, who you talking to? And you get hit by this motherfucking truck or this bus, right? Who's hurting, me or you? I can say it however the hell I want to say it. You don't like it, I'm giving you knowledge. If you don't like how I'm saying it, you the one that's missing out. You the one that's getting hit by the bus. And I thought I had him. The brother turned to me and he said, and I'll never forget this. And he know who he is. But he said to me, he said, that's one way of looking at it, bro. But I guess, you ever heard the saying, people don't know, he said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I still didn't get it. I was like, that's still his problem. You get what I'm saying? He don't gotta, if he don't know how much I care, he just because I cursed at him, the care was getting him out of the street at all. For me to open my mouth was care. I didn't have to say nothing. I could have just watched as the bus hit him and then laughed. I could have did that. You get what I'm saying? And he was like, I hear you. He said, but I guess what it all depends on is how much you want him to not get hit by the bus. How much do you care about the man? Because if you don't care, say it however you want. But if you know saying it a certain way might get him out the street, maybe that's the reason why you don't say it that way. So part of love is learning what works for the other person. Again, sacrifice. I might not be comfortable for me to talk that way. Why couldn't I learn for her? Did I love her enough to learn for her? And does she love me enough to understand I'm learning for her and trying to learn for her and see the changes? Because there got to be some changes, some growth, some development. See the changes and work with me through the development. That's the strength that has to be there before it actually works.
Yeah.
And you got to know when you finally get to that person, you got to know that that's what I'm willing to do for that person. I'm willing to lose for you. If I'm not willing to lose for you, if I'm willing to win with you, that's all good. But if I'm not willing to lose for you, meaning I take the shot, I take the heat, I'll take the loss, I ain't really love you.
Yeah.
I was just using you, and it was convenient. You did what I liked. When you can't do what I like no more, you're expendable. I can get someone else to do what I like.
Yeah. I think it was I think I out.
Well, most of us never was taught what to look for in love. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We wasn't taught what to find, how to find it. I didn't know what a good woman was until I lost so many of them. And then now I try to find one. I'll be like, wow, this is bad. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm going, damn. And it ain't their fault. I'm not looking at them and go, there ain't no good woman out there. I'm going, damn, we that bad?
Yeah.
We that bad? That I can't trust you and you can't trust me no more?
Yeah.
Who gonna be the first to take the lick and prove love? I gotta keep being I gotta keep becoming the nice guy that keeps getting screwed. It's the only way. If I turn around and go, you know what? I'm tired of I'm gonna be a passport boy, or I'm gonna do the death. If I do that, I submitted to defeat. I said it can't be done. Our woman ain't shit, and I ain't shit as a black man, and we just got no hope. And then I can't expect the next person. I can't expect that next person to do what I wasn't willing to do.
Yeah.
So it's me. It starts with me. It starts with me being fucked over and over again, paying for dates for women who have no intention of fucking with me at all, don't even like me, doing massive different bullshit. I cannot stop. No, I gotta bring the rose the next time. I gotta do it the next time. I have to open the door the next time. I have to. It does not matter what the response that I get should not change my intent.
Yeah. I think it was for me, it was like he did start to change. You know? He did start to change.
Hey, listen, if they don't stick to the rules of the game, that is a cheater.
What you mean?
I like how you caught that. Okay. I don't believe in cheating. I believe you spinning. And you hear me? Because I want to make sure you can hear me with this one. Because I'm spinning. I might be. Okay.
Oh no, you good.
I don't believe in cheating. What I believe is that if you make an agreement and you don't stick to that agreement, you're a cheater. Whatever the agreement is. So if me and you, like me, my ex was a cheater because she cut my son's hair. We agreed not to do that. You're a cheater. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in any aspect of that, if I say to you, I'm monogamous, I will not date anyone but you, and I date anyone but you, I'm a cheater.
Just like if a man say, this is what I'm about to do, this is what we doing, I got you, then don't do it.
He say this is what he's doing, and he don't do it. Remember I said, men to men, women are like children. Can you tell a child you're going to do something and don't do it? They're going to say, you said we was going to Disneyland. So will women. You said we was going to Disneyland, nigga. What happened?
What's up, nigga?
They gonna charge you for that. Listen. So that's why back in the days they used to say a man ain't nothing but his balls and his word.
Exactly. Without that,
if I can't trust your word, I can't bet on you as a man to protect me. And bro, you said this. I gotta be able to believe it, even if it ain't. Listen, I want my wife, if I say the sky is fucking purple, nobody better be able to tell her it ain't purple, because I done proved that my worth. Listen, when that nigga, everything he say, it be that. So that nigga said it's purple. I don't know what y'all see. I see blue, but I ain't gonna say that. I see purple, because that nigga that I try that every time that nigga ever said something, it was what he said, or he tried to make it what he said. So if it ain't purple now, it'll be purple by tomorrow. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I can't get that level of trust from you, and I didn't earn that level of trust from you, stop trying to call me your man, your husband. Stop trying to call me all that. You tripping.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's why. And that's why it ended the way that it ended, because it was a lack of trust. I can't trust you.
Well, that's because you were the leader in the relationship. I can see that. I can tell just by the way you're speaking. You get what I'm saying? You and I'm gonna tell you, here's another thing that a lot of women do. I'm gonna say, I don't know if you did this, but if you did, check it and reverse it. But a lot of Black women do this. They downgrade the type of men that they need for the type of men they think they can control.
Give me an example.
Okay, so what they do is they pick a man that some women, it's their looks. They feel like, okay, I don't want a really good looking nigga because everybody gonna want this nigga. I'll pick a nigga that everybody don't necessarily want, but he still look all right.
Oh, that's not me.
That's just an example. You get what I'm saying? Any form of degradation, downgrading, even on a mental scale. So some men may not be into what you're into, or they may change from one thing to another, or not really be sure of what they're into. So you say, I'll take a fixer-upper rather than somebody who is, I'll reverse it into what I go through, because that might help. What I go through a lot is, okay, I've reached a certain level in my life. I have the ability to say, okay, if I meet a woman and I say, I like her, I can say, you live with me now. I own a home. I have money. I have certain stuff already established. We don't have to worry about all of that. Now we can begin just, what do you want to do? What do we want to do? So if that's a luxury that most men can't afford, I know my value as a male. I know I'm an intelligent male. I know I have certain qualities. I'm not going to go over them, all the good qualities that I have. All these good qualities that I know I have, I match them up against other males. One of which is I'm not 6 feet, which takes away points. A lot of women like a 6-foot man. So in a lot of cases, I end up falling short of that alone. Hair, another shortcoming. You get what I'm saying? In the modern dating world, some women like hair. Most women like dreads now, especially because of Sexy Red, which ain't the type of woman I need anyway. But that mentality is still there. Some women like dreads. They just like them. They just like hair on a man. Another group. So what I had to do is the same mathematics. So that gave me a certain percentage of women that have my looks, because I don't like big women. I don't like women that shape don't match them. I don't like no BBLs. I don't like no natural, all the extra shit. And I'm starting to wean away from anybody that wears too many wigs. So all of that type of stuff starts to make me have a guideline, and it limits the women that I can date. So when I come into this situation and I know what I have to offer, and I know a lot of women is out there not only struggling, but damn near homeless. You get what I'm saying? If I can offer you the ability to come in here, what do I get? When I say that, they say dumb shit like I'm the table. And I'm thinking, well, what comes on the table? Because we're going to have to eat. We can't eat a table. So if you're the table, that's fine. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I already had a table, what the fuck do I need another table for? I was asking you what you bringing to the table because I got a table. And I got food on the table. And you'll get to eat right away. Yeah. So if I can offer you the ability to choose anything you want to do, if you have a child, I have extra room. We can actually buy a whole nother house. If I have all of these options, and I can say, well, you can go to school if you want, I'll pay for it. You can get a car if you need it, I'll pay for it. If I have all of these options, what is that worth?
That's worth a woman that's, I mean, sometimes, in my opinion, women don't know how to be a woman. We don't know the value of a woman. We wasn't taught
I haven't had a good meal from a woman in about 8-9 months. And when I did, it was one in a relationship that I was dealing with a woman for almost 6 years, on and on, just having sex with her all during this time. Because I like to stick to the same. I'm not really big on it. I be seeing like a player to people, but I really just can't. I'm more of a relationship person. I'm a Libra, so I'm more of a relationship person. So if I'm not in a relationship, I gotta pick a rotation of certain people, and that's it. I can't just have keep going and going. It gets annoying.
It is.
It's just my energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with this woman, and I can count how many times I got a meal that wasn't something that she was willing to buy instead of cooking. I get that a lot. Like, cause I'm all, that's not a worry. You come around me, I'm gonna feed you certain things. It's weird to me not to do. So but then I'll get women that take advantage of that because they know I'll automatically do it and they can't get other niggas to do it. So now, where I was at, what I was saying to you was, let's say I'm in that situation where I'm meeting these women and they're beautiful women, but they come with this attitude like, I already got niggas giving me this and giving me that. Are you gonna do that for me? And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck do I care about what other niggas is giving you? Now you just told me you got mad niggas.
Yeah.
X, red flag. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should not even have. And then, or I meet this. I got my own. And I got plans. So how can you help me with mine? You got plans. Now I got to help you with yours.
Yeah.
I could care less about your plans. I'd rather you have nothing going on. Because then you can start over again, whatever you want going on with me. And I have something to do with it. And it has something to do with me.
Yeah.
Right now, you already had dreams, ain't got nothing to do with me. You got a whole Barbie dream house, and you just need me to be the Ken.
So what would you say, how can that come together?
Well, it can come together by me meeting a female, which is really fucked up. This really sounds bad.
Yeah.
But the best females are usually the ones with the least plans, but willing. Least the openness and willingness to learn is the most important value in a man that has something to offer. If I can give you everything, all I need you to do is listen, because I've already got it, so I can tell you how to get it. I just had a whole speak with a girl because I had some females that came over, and one girl tried to date me, and then another girl tried to fuck me, and another one tried to fuck me, and another. They was like trying to pass me around like I was a coal in their little clique. You get what I'm saying? And I'm looking, I'm going, damn, what makes you think I want you? You get what I'm saying? But in their minds, if they got fucked, they was wanted. But it don't take nothing. It don't. I could run through your whole clique, wipe my dick off, and go get married.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, you get what I'm saying? Like you know what? Come on, sweetie. You're doing it to yourself. So my point is that as a man of value that I claim to be, because I can only see the value based on what others see value in, not my own value. I can make my own value all I want. I'm a valuable man. I can say that all I want. But if women don't see the value in me, if the woman I want don't see the value in me, then I ain't got no value. You know what I'm saying? A penny is worth $1 if you can get somebody to pay $1 for it. You get what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. So for me, what I learned was, like I said, be the man of the purpose that I am. And a person who sees that purpose and wants to help me find that purpose is going to be the one for me. I can't look or give to any woman, because if I look or give to a woman, I move off my purpose, and then I'm going to be a fuckboy. If my purpose is her, if I'm all about her, I'm a fuckboy. I should be about my purpose, and she should see that, and I should value her because of how much she's given to my purpose. I should look and go, by not even paying attention, she caught my, like, wow, this woman is amazing. She's bringing me lemonade when I need it. It ain't got nothing to do with the sex. The sex is secondary to everything. It's the purpose driver. It's the person that drives my purpose, makes me want to work for her every day. Like when I come home from a hard day's work and I did it for this beauty right here, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because there's no other reason. There's no other reason to be as a man.
Yeah.
You're gonna work. If you're a man, You're gonna work, and your purpose to work is to be beyond other men, to become greater than the average, to have something that you can offer to others.
Yeah.
And when you get to that level, you're not trying to hear somebody else's opinion about nothing.
Yeah.
I already got this. Let me show you how to do it. Now, if you can show me something I don't know, and I'll be a fool not to listen to my woman who's pushing me, that wants me to get to the top. That's just arrogance.
Yeah,
and that was tell me.
That was me trying.
We already established the fact that you chose wrong.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so after that, everything's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
because you got to understand that first, your purposes have to be aligned. He had no purpose, so there was nothing to align. You chose him at the time because y'all was on the same pinpoint, and that's not what you do. You do not choose a man on the same level as you, ever. Because how is he going to protect or provide from you when he can't see past what you can see past? He got to be one step ahead. So he can, watch out, babe, there's a rock. Watch the cracks. I got to be one step ahead. Mm-hmm. So as a man, I should have been working on becoming one step ahead of any woman that I want to take on, so I can offer her something better than her, what she come from. So if I want to come to her father, he going to say, what you got? And it's going to look close to what he had or better. So she can transfer the fucking, okay, I've been protecting all this time now. I think he can keep you in the lifestyle that I kept you with. I think he can keep you with the same stuff. Girl ain't supposed to have to drop, because some niggas look at her, she bougie. And if she was raised, if her father kept her with that, or she was able to keep herself with that, and that's the problem. So much women have the ability to get more than men now. See what you see how that you see? Now it's like, oh, now she got it. I can't tell her nothing. So going to college fucks you up. Chances are you're gonna come out smarter than this nigga. He ain't gonna want that. Why? Not because he don't want you to be smarter than him.
Yeah.
But you already started a purpose that has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And now, whatever you do, he ain't got nothing to do with that. The one thing I hate is meeting single women with children, and they say my children come first. That's why I'm not coming around. Nothing can come before me if we're partners, and nothing can come before you if we're partners, because we should have to kill our kids if they ain't right. We together, we together. You gonna say, baby, please don't, and I'm gonna go, he got to go, and you're gonna go, ooh, I gotta get him another one, and we gonna work on making another one, because we fucked up the first one. This nigga turned out to be a serial killer. We can't let him kill other people. You know what black women do? I had enough. You got to go. And then it'd be niggas like me in the street, robbing niggas, beating niggas down, hurting other people's children because no one stopped us.
Yeah.
And if my mama and my daddy ain't gonna stop me, what you gonna do? I'm a hellion now, boy. Don't nobody love me, so why should I love anybody? No. Yeah. That's why God said stone him with stones that he died. Yeah. If a child is not right, if he don't disrespect his parent, that's why. That's why these rules exist. Stone him with stones. If a man sleep with man, stone him with stones. Not because we're hating on this person and they should have the right, because it's a plague that's going to grow. Then you won't know the difference between a man and a woman anymore, and you have people coming around talking about this grown ass men shaving in a woman's bathroom, talking about I ain't going. You're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell you feel? I feel what? So next you're gonna feel like an animal, and we're gonna have to deal with that, because animal rights exist too.
Yeah.
So what happens when we get the device, right? And the dogs start to be able to talk and say, I love my master. Will we let them get married too?
Oh, hell.
Will we be saying that we're defeating the dog's rights?
Do you have a good point?
There's a limit to everything. And if you don't stop, it's going to keep going until we got no more letters left.
Shit. That shit is beyond.
And one of them letters is already P. Believe that pedophilia is part of that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's the lack of control.
Who's allowing it? We are. We're allowing it. And it's black women the most that's endorsing it. Hey, I got my bestie. How many white women you know got a gay best friend? How many? I mean, Mexican women, you know, got a gay best friend. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking weird. And here's what's funny about it. No disrespect, but why are you cool with somebody that's making fun of you? Because he's acting like you, but he don't know what it is to be you. So that's making fun of you. And he's overdoing it.
Yeah.
He's exaggerating it to the point where he's throwing himself back and doing all girlfriend. That don't come from women. That come from gay people. And why are you doing more than I would do? Why are you exaggerating a woman? Why don't you just act like a woman if you want to act? You know what I'm saying? Just be a woman. You can't. So now you're exaggerating, which is an insult. And y'all are allowing them to insult you to your face. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm going too deep. I'm gonna get canceled or some shit. I'm nobody, so I can't get canceled. But anyway. So yeah.
No, I understand. I understand. Shit. I understand. I understand it. It all leads back to them as a kid and what the parents allow.
What the parents allow. And that's why they want us not to be together as women. Yeah. Black men and black women. People, they don't want us to be together. They don't want marriages. They don't want that no more because children develop best in a two-family household. So they know this and they're trying to get you. We ain't valuable. No man is valuable to any other culture but their own because men are builders. So who are they building for? Who did I say was my motivation? You and my children, the children making more of us. That's never good for another culture.
Damn, so they corrupt the woman's mind.
So that women will take them and then they can have the best soil on the planet Earth, Mother Earth, black women. Y'all got the best soil, your fertile wombs, to the point where y'all don't even want babies no more. Then you know what they're going to do? They're going to pay you to have them. They're going to have whole facility. They got them now. You know how much they pay a woman for her eggs versus a man for his sperm?
Really?
You never looked it up?
No.
Listen, if you sell your eggs right now, they give you about $2,000 to $10,000. Yeah, for your eggs. Now, sperm on the other hand, go to a sperm bank. You get about $50 because we can shoot them shit out. We'll be getting millions.
Yeah.
You gotta wait every month. Your shit is more valuable.
Yeah, that is true. That's
prime real estate.
Yeah, no cap though. Yeah.
And a lot of white women is sterile. White women don't have 6, 7 babies. That's y'all. The average black family got 4 kids, 5 kids. The average white family 2 and a dog.
Yeah.
2 and a possible.
My mom got 5 of them.
I'm trying to tell you. And my father got 117.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. My mom had 7.
Yeah.
My father got 117. So that shows you the power of a black man with black women behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Built a whole kingdom because he had black women behind him.
Yeah.
That supported him.
Yeah.
And then black men joined. Like, whoa. But it was his mama first, his wife, his brother, his sister. These was behind him, his family. And he said, you know what? I realized black people will never be anything as long as we're black. And if we're going to listen to this nigga give us a motherfucking kingdom, and we're going to listen to this nigga give us a Jesus, and we're going to listen to this nigga give us the Orishas, and everybody got their own shit.
They got
and what I'm going to do is develop my own shit from my bloodline. So I'm going to trace my bloodline or concoct one or create one or put it all together with all the history that I know of that connects to me and mine. And then I'm going to start giving everything a dictionary. I mean, a Bible. I'm going to get a religious aspect. I'm going to give it. Because if you look up, this is what I always tell people, look up the word nation and you will understand why black people ain't one and why we ain't got shit. All you gotta look up is the dictionary definition of the word. Look, I'm gonna look it up just so I can run it to you. What's up, King? I'm gonna look it up because when I looked it up, I was surprised by what I found. I was like, I didn't think I would never thought that.
That's okay.
All right. So, I said, look up the word nation. Oh, I'm looking that shit up on my text messages. That ain't gonna help. You know I've been smacking. Okay. Nation definition. And I like to, for those that don't know, dictionaries.com, or I go to Webster's dictionaries, or I go to the Collegiate Dictionary. Those are the dictionaries that I choose to use. Because some people just don't even believe in nothing, so they always try to make an excuse why dictionaries ain't worth shit. Nothing is worth shit, even though they speak in English to you. I just don't go into all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna speak English. Let's just accept the fact that we speak in this broken ass shit and try to communicate with each other with it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they're telling us, that the word nation, the definition, it says a large body of people united by common descent, history, comma, culture, comma, or language, comma, inhabiting a particular country or territory.
Damn, we don't got that.
We ain't got none of that shit. We ain't got none of that shit.
God damn.
We don't even know which kind of nigga we is. We don't know which territory, or our territory is Brooklyn.
We don't know our fucking land.
Nigga, I'm from Chicago. I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah. I'm from Africa. Nigga, where the fuck is, which part? Yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
Somebody told me that though. A man told me that. He was like, "You're a beautiful soul, but you know what you need to do." He said, "You need to figure out where you are from so that you can stand on where you're from and you can build something." And
that's
I was
right. Yeah, so what happened was my father figured it out and said, you know what? I'm going to go to the United Nations and get a UN documentation number to become the first Black or African-American person with a nation. So he's the first Yamasee Native American Indian that proved that he was what he considered a Nuwapian, or labeled a Nuwapian, or if that is what it is. I didn't do enough research to even talk on that subject, because some of my brothers know more than me, and I'll leave that to them. But what I did research was knowing that he does have a UN documentation number, that the United Nation of Nuwapo is considered a nation in the UN. So he was able to sit in the UN as an ambassador. Now, this is a nigga from Brooklyn. You get what I'm saying? So now what he did was he realized, well, now that I have this ambassadorship, I'm a nation. But what the hell does that mean if any other nation choose to conquer my nation? I have no allies. I got no friends. I got no other people. I don't even got no war, no army, what the fuck is a nation with nothing, without people? Yeah. So you accumulate. He had the people, of course, but he accumulated the people to become his people by connecting their lineage to his. Now, how is most people, Black people, connected? The Indians. The Indians is the only people that have, or Native Americans, I'm sorry, not Indians, Native Americans, they are the only people that have a charter agreement with the Americans that's going to be agreed upon. Or anybody going to actually follow. It don't matter what we used to have, and we used to have the pyramids, and we were the first ones in ancient Kemet and all that. Yeah, that's cool, but ain't nobody got no paperwork from that. So can you gain any resources from ancient Kemet and use that to go back to ancient Kemet? If you look at it and you're talking at the earth split and everybody divided the land after that. So your ownership to that is gone. You see what I'm saying? Now, how do you claim ownership to anywhere? So you can be a nation. You need a place. Remember, land is part of that. It said and a particular country or territory. Yeah. Where's your particular country or territory called Black or African American?
Yeah. It ain't none.
What is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it says a large body of people united by common descent. If you keep saying Africa, everybody's from Africa. So how are you not commonly descended with white people? How are you not commonly descended with Asians? How are you not commonly descended with, if you don't believe any of them people, how are you not commonly descended with other Africans? And why they didn't come back and get you, and why you don't know which one of them you are? Because if you're a Nigerian, just go back to Nigeria with your people. You don't have to be African. You can be Nigerian or Sudanese, because they are very different, and they got totally different cultures, and they argue over whose fufu is better and whose jollof rice is better. And they ain't the same people. Yeah. But when we get here, all of a sudden we just clumped up together and we don't got no purpose. And this is why we have no standing in law, why they could beat us, because there's no one in the United Nations standing as an ambassador to say Black people are getting hit. There's no Black people. These are just random slaves. Yeah. That's not a people. Yeah. It's not a nation. It's not a nothing. And that's what we're facing. And we'll continue to face it over and over and over again, because we're not looking at that. We are proud to be Black. Yeah. That's crazy. Running around with fists up like we are related. Yeah, but we're not. We claiming Jay-Z like he's automatically our brother. Yeah. And so is Tiger Woods. And so is Savina and Venus. And so, I mean, damn, how is every nigga the light, dark? Every nigga is your brother? God damn. Listen, y'all is a big motherfucking nation with nothing. Y'all don't even know how to divide no lands. And how did y'all all live together? And how did the tall meet the short, and the little, and the light, and the dark, and the green-eyed, and the dark? And everybody just say, the white people came and just sprinkled some white in us. And that, come on, bro. Why is it like that still in Africa today then? Why are there certain tribes that are aboriginal that have straight hair but dark skin? Yeah. They got raped by white people too. Everybody got raped by white people. Come on, man. What is white people anyway? Which white people are you talking about did this to you? And why are we blaming all of them? You get what I'm saying? It's just so much ignorance with it. It gets ridiculous. So when I meet the Afrocentric, the white man, and I be like, damn, who are you even talking about? Could you be more specific? Because I know for a fact, England, France, Spain, Portugal was involved in slavery, but I don't think Turkey was. You get it? White too. I don't think Russia. Well, no, I think Russia was, but I don't remember, so I don't want to put that on anybody. What I do know of is the ones that everybody knows. That we still live today by their rule. You get what I'm saying? And to blame everybody for the stuff that there's some little islands where there's white people, they come around and you meet them and you be like, hey, he's white. He put us through slavery. His father's raped us. Come on, bro. You don't even know where this man is from. And judging people by their color, they look. I was in the mall one day and I swore this man was an Arab, bro. I was like, this nigga got to be an Arab. You know how we do? We throw the A in front of it, like mad disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? We the Arab. Like none of us learned that's Arab. You know what I'm saying? But we be like, he an Arab. And so I'm in there going, damn, I know that nigga's an Arab with my ignorant ass, right? And he's like, so I told him, I said, where you from? You from like Iraq or Iran or something? He was like, no, man, I'm from Sudan. Like, god damn, bro, I got family from Sudan. You get what I'm saying? So that's how ignorant we are. That's how thrown off we are by looking at people. We look at people and think we could tell. You could tell Chinese from Japanese. Remember we used to say Chinese, Japanese, Chinese, Japanese. That's how bad we are. We seriously that bad. You get what I'm saying? Now we can't tell that there's more than just Chinese, Japanese. What about Taiwanese? What are they, this way? You know when we go to Laos, we do this? What the fuck? After a while, our ignorance just gets ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? It gets ridiculous. And us as a people, we're the most ignorant because everybody else at least got that. Laos, China, they all respect their cultures. They all got their own belief system and they'll fight and die for it. And we fight and die for hip hop. We fight and die for gold chains. We fight and die for their shit, but never our own shit because we ain't got shit. And that's what my father wanted to change. So it doesn't matter. I don't care if he was a pedophile. Sorry for those who got molested. If you got molested, I don't give a fuck. Sometimes it's about the bigger picture. Sometimes, and I'm sorry to say that shit, that shit sounds fucked up. But look, greatness comes with problems. It comes with issues. I never met a great man that didn't have issues. I'm not saying my father did anything. I never been around him long enough to assess that or to even speak on it. But I support all my family, and I think if he did do something, it's up to us to heal him, not up to giving him to the government for them to throw him in a hole for the rest of his fucking life. And then our own people look at that like, yeah, he deserved it because he was a pedophile. None of us deserve to be thrown in no holes. None of us deserve a jail system. That whole system of government is off. If us as a people determine that he broke a law and he needs to be punished, then us as a people should punish him by the rules and laws of our culture. And since we got none, allowing them to do what they want to ours is off. You get what I'm saying? It's just off. So I'm never going to endorse that. And I feel like if with the greatness that he offered and the things that he did, that he deserves better. You feel what I'm saying? Some people just deserve better. R. Kelly deserves better. I'm sorry. He deserves better. Even if he's a sick man, let's get him help. Let's get him punishment. But that torture? Jail is torture.
Ridicule.
All that ridicule, the disrespect. Like we didn't grow up with this man's music. Like we didn't use him for years to sing our national anthems in school, and everybody was believing I can fly. Please, man. How many graduations sung I believe I can fucking fly? And now all of a sudden y'all want to call this man ain't shit when you grew up off this man's shit? Fuck out of here. But meanwhile, they can have their Van Goghs and they sick motherfuckers that cut off their ears and all kind of shit. All they shit is okay. But our shit is so toxic it cannot be seen by the light of day. Fuck them. Fuck them.
It's
And that's just me, man. Yeah, this shit coming out. You bringing it out of me, girl. I need to talk to you more often. Shit.
Listen, listen. I love fucking just wisdom, knowledge. Like, I like learning.
Yeah, people been telling me for years I need to talk and tell people this stuff, but I just never find the reason or the strength to do it. Like, I came on here all lightweight trying to play music and shit. But generally speaking, this is the information that I want to give to people. It's just truth. It's just, and then not my truth. No, not my truth. Because you can't have a truth if it's your truth. Truth is something that's evident to others. That's what makes it a truth. It has to be proven by others. People have to see it. You don't know if you exist if no one acknowledges you. You wouldn't even know if you were here. So the acknowledgement from others creates the existence of things for us all, not for just you. Your acknowledgement of things creates the existence of it for you, but the existence of it in actuality for the rest of humanity and for the rest of us, we must sense it together. So if that guy comes in the room and go, "Who you talking to?" and we don't see nobody, the nigga crazy. It don't matter if that person is there or not. We don't know if that person is really there. We can't see nobody. You're nuts, nigga, and we're not gonna take your word for it. Saying, "No, nigga, they gonna kill us." Man, if you don't move. Now that don't mean you. If out of nowhere people just start dropping, I guarantee you people gonna start ducking.
Now
I guarantee
people gonna be like, "Oh,
you they gonna listen. I don't know what you see. What you see? They gonna be asking, "Where you see him? What did you see?" You get what I'm saying? So evidence is evidence. Ooh, I like that. Evidence is evident. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I live my life by that. I don't too much deal with all the spookism, the alienism. I ain't getting into all that. When an alien land, I deal with them. Until then, I'm not dealing with no shit when I can't even master my own fucking environment. Everybody talking about all of this magnetize, I'm a magnetize that, and I'm a magnetize that. 2 weeks later, like, bro, can I borrow $500 because I got to pay my phone? Magnetize it. What the fuck you calling me for? Don't magnetize the hell out of that. You the powerhouse in this bitch. You get what I'm saying?
But the power people, like, the thing is,
pray
like,
to Jesus, pray to God, make it work for you, because that's how things work. I believe that that's how things work. So if you have the same faith as me in whatever you believe, if your faith is strong, don't come to my unbelieving ass. I'm a heathen in your world. Go to your world and get the blessings that come from it. My outcomes made you come to me. So maybe you should be following my God. Sorry. That's why the white man have us all following his God. Because guess what? He won. For generations, we've been still believing his God is God. Because he won. We still can't help it looking at that motherfucker like God. Because he won. And the minute we recognize a nigga won, we can start taking back. We can start winning. Because it happens like this in the world forever. It's always been that way. There's always been the same shit. No sexy red ain't the first freaky bitch. Nope. She ain't the first one to talk like that. Nope. That shit been here. It's always been that nasty. Not, oh no, she's another level. No, she ain't.
No, she's not.
It ain't. No, it ain't. We are another level. We are another level. When women was wearing bloomers, when she showed you her leg, that was still considered the same amount of freaky. It was considered the same amount of freaky for that time. But our levels is higher. Our tolerance level is higher. We could watch movies with more gore in it. We didn't see all that back in the days. You just imagined what happened when a nigga came in with the knife. You didn't see his brain splatter all over the goddamn wall in real time. Like, goddamn. They'll let you see the bullet go through the brain. They'll follow the bullet. You didn't get all that. So our senses has been heightened. So now in order to get a reaction, you have to do more. But that's not more. It's the same for the same level of thinking. When our levels were lesser, that was a lot. Ooh, she's showing me the bloomer. I see the leg. It's like, woo! We be in there, turn the thing up. Now she got to be ass naked because we seeing so much ass. That shit ain't nothing. You come out with a little spandex on, bitch. This bitch titties and pussy is out. What you talking about? I see nipples. So it's just our levels, and if we want change, all we gotta do is choose it individually. The world ain't gonna change. The world is gonna be what the world is gonna be, but that don't change. That ain't gotta change.
Like when a group group of people come together, it eventually changes the way the world is.
Exactly. Numbers create facts.
Yeah.
Facts are just majority beliefs and acceptance. We agree that the sky is blue. We don't know what that is. We don't know if it's a sky. We don't know if it's blue. What happened is mama told you it was, and everybody after that you heard agreed with it, and since then that's what it is. So if anybody comes around and say something different, that motherfucker crazy. That's why I said I need my wife to see purple when I say purple. If you don't see purple when I see purple, we ain't gonna work. Nope, sorry. You gotta be like this. Dreamy. If you ain't like that, Them, you know, them heart eyes gotta be boop, like that shit.
Yeah.
It gotta be like that, to the point where everything I do, you don't even see me doing no wrong.
So that's how it's supposed to, I think a lot of people, we grew up too fast and we wanted something before, like me. I grew up too fast. I grew up watching romantic movies, all this stuff like that. I thought I wanted
they killed us with that, boy.
Oh my gosh. When I did it, I needed to find myself first. What do I even like? What's my
You
purpose?
grew up in the 90s too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. They murdered y'all in the 90s. They did a number on y'all. First and foremost, they screwed us all over with the motherfucking Cosby show. Oh my God. There are so many red flags in the fucking Cosby show. When I look back, because I grew up on a Cosby show, I looked at that like the ultimate black family. Like it was so fucking perfect. Until I realized that it was backwards and Heathcliff was the wife and the mother was the husband. Oh, you didn't notice it? What does he do for a living? He delivers babies. The most feminine thing you could possibly do as a man. And he stayed home and his office was in the basement. And all he did was deal with the kids all day. Meanwhile, the wife was a lawyer, wore a business suit, and went to work. Tell me I'm lying. And she was in control. She used to take the niggas hoagies from him all the time. Give me that goddamn food. You can't eat that, it's bad for you. And we looked at it like she was being, you know, protective and, you know, wife duty. Oh, she really make sure he's healthy. No, he could never do what he wanted. He had to sneak. He was one of the children. He was her little bitch. And she used to check the one man that was a man in the show, Elvin, the son-in-law. The oldest daughter actually married a strong, real man. And she became a housewife. And all he used to do is talk manly shit. And they used to call him a chauvinist. You chauvinist pig. And and beat her down. And it was always the mother doing it. Always the mother. And then the father would behind the scenes be on Elvin's side. Elvin, you're right, man. You can't do that. You just can't tell the women that. You can't. Training us on how to come at women. Training us on how to humble ourselves to our women. From early. Don't never get your woman mad. Don't, you can't do that. Black woman, you get her mad. Don't you do that.
Crazy.
Not teaching us how to dominate our women, but teaching us how to be humble to our women.
That's what they say. Happy life,
happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying? Not happy spouse, happy house. Oh no, happy wife, happy life. No, both of y'all gotta be happy, or no one's gonna be fucking happy. It's gonna be a miserable fucking scenario. You get what I'm saying? What the hell is wrong with y'all? But no, look at the scenarios. Now, it gets deeper. You think it gets deeper to Cosby? It gets deeper. Look at the oldest daughter marries Elvin. The mother's always telling them, the other ones, to be independent, be independent. All the other daughters end up going to college. So the next thing is a different world. That's the daughter going to college, becoming the independent black woman that all of y'all soon will become. She was a rebel, didn't even finish college, but they showed you college in that. But she never finished. She was the rebel. She was the, I'm just a flower child. And she left college, dropped out, went back home to the Huxtables. So she even followed the natural traditional order of going home to her father. But the mother was the father.
Yeah.
She dominated the house. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how we train to think. The mother is supposed to dominate the house. And the father is supposed to be this guy on the couch that watches sports, never says nothing. This docile, weak male that has no say once the woman opens her mouth and roars. I am woman, hear me? Roar. Yeah, see, these are all the things that they did. So now we in this going, damn, I see my mama and she run this house. No, it used to be mama run the house, guaranteed. But dad got the last word. That was how it used to be. We wasn't taught that. We was taught mama rule the house. That's it. To the point where dad started getting scared. Don't tell your mama. Every TV show they showed you, don't tell the mama. Don't tell your mama. I'm gonna do this, but don't tell your mama. Why are we always hiding something from the mother? Why not just tell her, hey, babe, could you make it every once in a while I have a hoagie? I know I gotta be healthy, but just make me a hoagie every once in a while. And you know, why he had to be cut off from what he loved? Why? It just wasn't necessary. And they put that implantation. And then the boy came up and he was the bad boy. He was always the player. And this is what they do. They teach us to teach our boys to be players. And then as soon as they become players, when we grow up, we teach them that they ain't shit for being players. But when they was young, you tell them, oh, my boy, my son gonna be a heartbreaker. Whose hearts is he breaking? But other little women, our daughters' hearts. Why would you tell him that? Oh, yeah. All the girls in school like my son. You want him to be a player when he's a little boy.
Yeah.
You teach him to be that, and you're proud of him. And everybody giving him that, and everybody telling him it's okay to dog women out when he's a little kid. Then when he gets older, you say, you got to stop doing that. You're supposed to treat women with respect. Do you mean the ones I was supposed to be dogging out when I was a kid? I don't
yeah.
process.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we move forward.
Yeah.
A different world. We all in college. Now you got Dwayne Wayne and you got Whitley Gilbert, who is supposed to be the country one. Think of all of the different women that they brought. They gave you every different stereotype type of black woman. The strong African one, the dark one that ain't that pretty. They ain't got all the love, but she smart and intelligent and don't get the love. That's supposed to be the jigaboo in the old Spike Lee joint versus the wannabe, which is the light-skinned girl with the curly hair. Oh, she's so happy and she's ditzy and blah blah blah. Similar to a white woman with blonde hair.
What's the other show?
Oh, you seeing it in a lot of shows now, ain't you?
My favorite one.
Oh, you're gonna say it. You're gonna say the next level. I bet you're gonna say it.
Living
Single.
Living Single. No, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
because that was the ultimate baddie.
I was gonna say, what is that? With this the other family.
Oh, you talking about they had a lot of them. The black what are you talking about? Urkel? Family Matters? No.
Will Smith.
Will Smith? Oh, fucking the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
Same dynamic.
You see,
the only difference with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was the father was more dominant.
He was
definitely more dominant.
Yeah, I liked that show. I liked that show more.
But you see how they destroyed it with the new one.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see.
My God. So they destroyed it totally. First of all, Jeffrey is a Jamaican drug dealer or some kind of a gangster. The father, of course, is like a kingpin. They made him like Ghost or some shit. I don't know what he does, but he's just supposed to be some big wig, but he was getting people knocked off and all kind of shit. They turned it into a sitcom. It's not really, they're not a sitcom. What's the one with drama? A drama. It doesn't have any, it's not really comical anymore. None of it is the same. The youngest daughter is gay.
Damn.
She's a lesbian. The oldest daughter is an influencer because remember she was on the news. She was a news. Yeah, she's an influencer, and they made her dark skin, so it's just not the same. It's totally different. But what I noticed about it was they destroyed the message. There was no more message.
No more nowadays
message. It's just it's entertainment now.
Yeah, it's entertainment, especially like with music now. It's like when I'm hearing it, it's really I'm only hearing about you. But what are you teaching us? What do you want me to know from this? And I feel like that's why Michael Jackson had such a
impact.
Oh man, he had such an impact because he was trying to do for others. He thought about the world. So the world received him on that big level of respect.
That's right.
Like that's why when we can listen to that new music and be like, wow, like.
But those frequencies of music, that's why they don't want us to do that. They want us to do what we're doing now. What they're doing is they're promoting bass music.
Yeah.
That sonic alone, that 808, that sonic, what it does is a down vibration. It's a vibe that's, let's say, hypnotic vibration. You get what I'm saying? So that hypnotic vibration, because you got to remember, Black people or melanated people attract to drums. All cultures dance to the tune of the instrument of their culture. So we say white people can't dance. They're not dancing to the drums. They're dancing to the guitar. That's why it looks like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It looks off because they're dancing to the guitar rhythm. They're not dancing to the drum rhythm.
Yeah.
Oriental people is dancing to the pipe, that thing that boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, and they're doing their dances accordingly. So they ain't gonna look nothing. They ain't gonna do no. They ain't doing all that. And they got drums in their shit too, but they ain't part of the dance sequence. You understand what I'm saying? So people are dancing in their cultures according to the instrument of their culture. And our ignorance makes everything seem like it gotta be the way we do shit because we don't even know what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because even our culture had different kind of drums that we dance to. Some dance to the talking drum, some dance to that the rhythm drum, some dance to the, it was all different kind of cultures that had different shit. And when we get back to that, we'll find the power within that culture because we'll be able to take the best of ours, like the Olympics, and actually claim it. Mm-hmm. Right now, America claims everybody's talent in the Olympics. You got Sha'Carri, she's from where?
Yeah.
She's a gold medal winner. And then there's a white woman somewhere that's in the figure skating, but America on a stamped on the chest. But she's really from France or London or wherever she's from. Czechoslovakia or something shit. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is that they know that the value of a human is based on what he gives back to the rest of the world. All humans' value is based on what they give back to the rest of the world. Everyone is not valuable. That's the lie. And that's why they will kill a baby and make you look at them like, oh no. They're like, we'll kill 1 million babies. Those babies ain't as valuable as saving this amount of people over here. We need to save these motherfuckers because they're going to keep us procreating for the rest of our lives. These babies might live, but then we all die. Then what? You wanted the babies. Here, you get the babies. Now the babies is here. We all die. There's people that have to make those decisions. We don't got to make those decisions, so we get the morality cause. It's a baby.
Yeah.
We get to do that. There's people that got to decide if 50,000 babies die today, right now.
Yeah.
You either kill them or they die. Which one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they have a different idea of value of a human. And you can see it. The president of the United States got a whole bunch of people around him that's got to die if someone tries to kill him, right? They're called the Secret Service. They got to jump in front of bullets. That man's life ain't as important as that man's life. What happened to equality? Why is one soldier more valuable than another soldier? Why is a general in the office while the regular foot soldiers is out here in the front line? And why can't women go to the front line if we all equal? So the reality of it is because they know that intrinsically we are not all equal.
We're not.
People's value is accumulated by what they offer the rest of the world. Everyone's. So the people with the most value, prove it. Why do Arabs have so much money? Why are they building fucking oasis in the middle of the desert? Because they got enough oil that everybody in the world needs their oil and other things. So they're rich in resources that they fight in tooth and nail to keep all these generations, and they traded it well. Mm-hmm. Simple. We made bad trades and we want to blame everybody like a rapper that signed a bad deal. Anybody tell you to sign that motherfucking deal? And don't tell me about, they came and took us. So you believe, or you must be one of those people that believe that a handful of white people on boats came to our great African kingdoms and took all of us and we didn't fight. And we just got outsmarted. We that dumb. No, they gave us corn and traded it. And we was, we give you everything for some corn. Yeah. The ones that built the first pyramids and the ones that went into space first and the ones that had airplanes first. We was that dumb. That's what you believe?
That's crazy. Wasn't we? I forgot I think, was it the morgues?
Mm-hmm.
Of the black? Yeah.
We was traded.
We were traded.
We traded. It was a commodity. It was a deal. These motherfuckers made deals. Yeah. They came there and they made deals with other Africans. Hey, you kill up, and they conquered our tribes, attacked us. We wasn't paying. Some of the fruit bearers got attacked by some of the cannibals. Yeah. Some of the vegan people that only ate fruit. There's tribes like this that all they eat is fruit and vegetables in Africa. There's tribes like it. There's tribes like all kind of different tribes, and they started attacking one another when these people came over offering them things. It's the same thing. Look, we got spices. We got stuff you've never seen before. Look at this. It's a lighter. You see it? Ooh, later. What is that? Oh, I want one of those. Well, give me 2 of him and I'll give you 1 of these. Ooh. And then we didn't realize later this ain't had no value, but there was also some of us that were intelligent and knew the value of things and traded well.
Yeah.
And they hide those secrets. And that's what the Indian Rights Reservation Act is about. People that said, no, there ain't no how red face. No, Indians look like us too. Dark. Mm-hmm. Them real natives look just like us too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And they traded stuff and they owed stuff. They owed land in different parts of England, France, Portugal, Spain. They didn't just trade for corn. They traded for their shit and they never got it.
Yeah.
And they're still owed it. And then they died mostly from diseases and stuff that these sick white people was bringing. They died from the systematic bullshit that was being thrown on them, so they could not get the stuff that they are owed. And guess what? They still owed it, and they're still getting it.
Yeah.
And they're still writing bills to try to get it. While we talking about reparations, something that don't even exist.
Yeah.
That bill was never even signed, and we still talking about that shit like it's real.
Yeah.
Shit ain't real. And how would they give it? Explain.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a check. Okay, and then when you blow that check, then what?
Yeah.
What systematic change was created for niggas to know what to do with $300, $1 million? What are you gonna give niggas that's gonna change them from being niggas? It was done in generation. It has to be changed in generations.
Yeah.
And money ain't gonna fix it. You know, all this generational wealth talk. How the fuck you got generational wealth when you're doing it by yourself as a single mother? That's not generational. And I'm gonna hand it to my children. Yeah, but who he gonna hand it to when he don't know that his name is valuable and his name is Smith, which is that white man's name. You're not even. There is no generation.
Yeah.
You're fucking up.
This is true, and that's exactly why I'm, recreating my brand to get that guap for real. Okay.
I'm on it. I started this mission, bro, and ever since then,
music. I'm changing the way I make my music. I'm like, okay, to be valuable, I have to give value. So, what the fuck do I know? Okay, cool. Okay, I know this. I know that. I'm about to start music for that shit. Make my music for that shit.
Yes.
Create a fucking shit for this. Okay, damn, I got raped before. Okay, cool. I can help women. Okay, bam, I overcame this. Bam. Okay, boy. Okay, cool. I can heal. I healed my this. I did this. Cool. Let me create this to help people, because that's the only way you get fucking rich.
Healing energy creates healing energy.
Jesus, you got to serve people. You got to be the best servant in the world. The best servants in the world are the richest people.
That's right, man.
Don't get me wrong. Stocks get you da. But no, the richest person that actually got value, that people will remember their name, and people will come back to, have been servants, have teached, have taught, have gave value, and it wasn't all about them. Everybody, some people in the music industry is just killing it. It's all about them. It's like, okay, yeah, it's me, but then how can I help this sister out? How can I help this brother out?
You know what, though? I got to say something there. I disagree with that they're killing it. I believe that everything has balance. And I believe that a devil's purpose is to be a devil. You cannot change that. You're not trying to change that. It's just upsetting nature. We got to offset that with, look, you ever heard the phrase when it goes, evil wins when good does nothing. Where's the good? We so busy talking about the evil, like the evil ain't supposed to be there. It's there. It's supposed to be there. It's part of the balance. It ain't bad.
Yeah.
It's bad as how we perceive the evil, because we ain't on that side.
There's no such thing as good and bad. It's just
how it affects us.
Yeah.
It's just how it affects us. Yeah. Change the effect that it has on you when there's no evil.
This is true.
It's all good. Now, what we got to do is produce more of what's beneficial to you and yours. That's it.
Yeah.
As we do that, when we look at what's beneficial for us and individually start doing what's beneficial for us, it will automatically change the tides. And there will be more people doing what we perceive as good, because it'll be beneficial for us.
Yeah, that It's true. That I think right now that's happening slowly. You've seen, certain people come and, you got your healers that's coming out, that's really trying to make music for others.
Yeah.
And it's getting there, but it's not enough.
Well, here's the thing. The narrative is changing, but there's no focus.
Okay.
See, here's the reason why. Because everybody's still doing it from self-healing.
Okay.
And see, although it begins with self-healing, it has to go somewhere. So let's say the first person that started self-healing, how long ago was that? And when would he heal? So he can start doing something. We all self-healing for too fucking long. It's never ending. It's always an excuse to heal. Always heal. We've been through so much. Heal. Okay. Is anyone fixed yet? Anyone? One? Just one. So that person can start something and we can follow because we know he healed. And that's the thing to follow now. So we got no role models, no one to follow, no one to believe. And you know what the thing is? They keep telling you gotta wait till he heals all the way. No, wait till he's ready to move.
Yeah.
We can keep healing on the road, but we gotta be ready to move. So what does that mean? That means as for me as a man, I can't speak for what a woman must do. That's up to the women to get together and speak on that. But for me as a man, what's needed is to build, to create something for mine. And what we don't have is nationality. What we don't have is land and language. And I could be ignorant and start my own, but why? Well, my father already started one. So if it works for me and mine, and I add people that want to be a part of me and mine, then everyone who joins mine, that's why we got so many Nuwapians, because they said, hey, you know what? Rather than me doing what the old man said and finding out how I relate to these people by blood, I'm just going to connect myself to them by the name and by the studies. We study the same stuff, so we together, we Nuwapians.
Yeah.
And then some of them actually joined the lodge, which made like almost official. You're an official member.
Yeah.
But you didn't find out who you was and become a nation of your own and become a ally so that we can grow as a nation, because we need a platelet, motherfucker. You might be him. You want to be him. You want to be the same thing as my father when you don't know if you related to me. It's weird.
Yeah.
Off. You don't even know you off. I don't even argue that, because to me that just don't make no sense. It's like, okay, but maybe I just don't understand because I don't get it. You know, like I said, I'm not as versed in it because I stay away from anything that's illogical to me.
Yeah.
Plus, my pops was always on some with his kids. He was like, "Don't follow this bullshit. This is not for you. Your DNA will explode with information and stuff like that." He was saying. I'd be like, "I don't know what this man talking about." Until I got older, and my DNA started exploding with information. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why do I even care?" You get what I'm saying? When you know you didn't give a fuck when you was a kid, and you were just doing shit just cause, but you knew back in the back of your mind there was always something that triggered you, that you knew you was different. You didn't feel the same as the other niggas doing the dirt. You didn't feel good about it like they did. They embraced it. They as accolades to them, and to you it was like, I'm doing it. I was, it had good times, bad times, but this ain't me. Yeah. And then as you grow and you start feeling things that feel like you, that's the explosion. That's those things that enlighten you, them things that connect you to more of you, that feel right to you. So now as those things exploded, even though I did so much, I felt the need to talk to people and tell them the things that I experienced and the things that I studied and the things that I learned, some of which were wrong, and I got learned from it. So that's why I'm not afraid to speak now, because if I'm wrong and somebody's able to go, you know what, bro, they'll enlighten me. People will come on, nah, bro, in 1942, blah, 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 this happened. And I'll be like, wow, yo, nah, I know that information too. And I can go research that and make sure what he's saying is correct, and then correct my own information and update. It's like a computer that just keeps getting updates and fixing the glitches. So I work every day to fix those glitches. So the first thing I got to know is, what's the glitches that's most prominent in my life? And to be honest, the glitch that was most prominent in my life was money. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I ain't gonna sit there. I hear other people, you gotta have faith. I got you. Maybe you, that's what, I had that in my mind. And I was still broke. You get what I'm saying? But I knew I believed in God. I knew I was doing right. I knew I wasn't out here robbing no more. And I still wasn't. And was I thinking, well, I'm supposed to get a change? Yes, I do. A change is supposed to come with change, right? Listen. So what I realized was that I had to be more purposeful in my wants. It was too general. I was saying stuff like, I want to be rich. I want to be a musician. I want to be. That's not. You seen that commercial It was an old Geico commercial, bro. Right? And the nigga was sitting in the yard. He was like, And I think he found a bottle with a genie in it. He rubbed the bottle. He was like, genie. Oh, it's a genie with a lamp. So he rubbed the lamp. He was like, genie, genie. And the genie popped out. He said, oh, I will grant you 3 wishes. And the guy was like, oh, I get 3 wishes. He said, I grant you 1 wish. He said, I grant you 1 wish. He said, what's the wish? He said, what's my 1 wish? I wish for $1 million. And it was 1 million deer in his yard.
Damn.
Then the genie just disappeared. Poof. This nigga's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all this deer? Now he got a problem. Because what you gonna do with all them deer?
Yeah.
That shit is a problem. It was in his living room. It was everywhere. He was looking outside. There was deer. 1 million deer.
Damn.
Hey, it's $1 million.
Yeah, that is true. Damn. That's some fucked up shit right there. Damn.
I started being very specific about my
yeah.
voice.
Yeah. In my
because I realized I'm listening. God, yeah, I'm listening. It's me. Look, the creators placed us here and said, from my research, I don't judge other people's whatever, but from my research, the creators put us here and said, I made you in my image and in my likeness. Then basically gave you everything that you needed to survive here. Not in space, because I can't breathe there. So I don't care about aliens. Not in the middle of the center of the possible Earth, or whether it's flat or round. Because when I look in front of me, I see a horizon. When I look behind me, I see a horizon. When I look on top of me, I